Since he entered the temple of the Holy Mountain, the guy has read more than 3,000 books. He read everything and began to wonder if there was anything left. The guy saw a cup on the shelf. He wondered, could the old man really keep this wonderful wine for years? He thought that it must be expensive, after which he did not hesitate and drank it. He smiled and said that the wine was good. Suddenly, something strange began to happen. The guy didn't understand what was going on. His body and hands began to burn with fire. He didn't expect to die from alcohol at all. Suddenly the guy realized that he was not dead yet. But it turned out that he was reborn. He wondered what the owner of this body conveyed. She is lonely and he is lonely too. They will live together from now on. The baby cried a lot. Her name is Ling Shen. The girl decided that his name would be Ling Fong. This is how the boy's life began. Approaching the elder, the girl said that she wanted to know why this child could not use martial arts. He replied that Ling Fong's body is weak and his veins are very strange. If he starts training, his veins will crack and will be destroyed instantly. This is his destiny, he can never become a warrior. Calling the boy to her, Ling Shen asked him to eat something that would strengthen his veins. He ate obediently. The boy said that Lingwu Academy sends it once a month and his sister gives it to him to eat. The elder said that his veins could not recover, so don't worry about him. The guys shouted for everyone to look. The black sheep came. They laughed and told her to get out of there. Ling Fong said that he knows that he is weak, but he will never let his sister be harmed. She asked him to stop. Something began to happen to him. The guys said how successfully he destroyed himself. It was funny. Having asked for forgiveness from his sister, the guy said that he did not want to leave her alone. The girl repeated that he was a man and he would not die. Suddenly, he lost consciousness. The guy thought that he was Wu Xing, the most gifted in Shenwu. He didn't expect to be reborn in this trash body at all. Looking at him, the girl was glad that he was alive. She knew that he would not leave her alone. The girl could not hold back her tears. Turning to his sister, he wanted to say something. Interrupting him, she said that everyone said that he would not be able to survive. But Ling Shen knew that he would not leave her and would survive. He thought that she was a good sister, but everyone bullied her. She shouldn't suffer again. He decided that from now on, he would not give her a reason to suffer. He will never forget the bullying of those three. This is the first time they see the world. The weakest in martial arts can destroy dozens of stones. What's even scarier is that the martial arts' heavenly ancestor can turn the world upside down. There are 9 stages of development: novice, warrior, spirit master, emperor, sage, venerable and heavenly ancestor. So everyone on the continent has the biggest dream of becoming a martial artist. Ling Fong, the most talented genius on the Holy Mountain, who reached the Emperor stage at the age of 30. Temple of the Holy Mountain. Mount Wu. The girl asked Ling Fong if he was hungry. She prepared food for him. Let him drink carefully. The guy asked if there was any food left for her. Ling Shen replied that she was not hungry, so he could eat more. He said that his body is still recovering, he cannot eat more than he should, because it would be a waste of food. The guy realized that the girl was hungry, because she was lying that she was full. Handing the guy a spiritual energy tablet, the sister asked him to eat it. Ling Fong asked the girl where she got such a pill from. She said that as the guy knows, she is at Ling Wu Academy, and yesterday they gave them pills for their achievements. He wondered how the academy could donate such pills. The guy understands that he would have to try very hard to get such a pill. Ling Fong knew that he had made his precious sister suffer. By restoring cultivation, he would definitely change his fate. The guy kept repeating to himself that he had to start walking again. A healthy body is vital for cultivation. Transforming this body into the body of a warrior requires a lot of effort. He has only one way to get out of there: he needs to restore his health. Whatever it was, he had to walk 10 meters. He had to change and walk another 10 meters. Seeing the house, the guy wondered, is this his walking limit? The guy's house appeared before his eyes. She asked why he left. The guy said that he was leaving for a short walk. Seeing his sister, he asked why she was wet. She replied that she was not wet. One way or another, they will have fish for dinner today. It was clear from the guy's face that he was incredibly happy. After a month of training, the guy shouted that he had finally completed 50 laps. Recently his limit was 40, now it is 50. He was happy that he had finally broken his own limiter. Suddenly, something began to happen. Ling Fong again thought that he was dying. The guy wondered where and how he got there. Looking around, he realized that this was not reality at all. He wondered where the hell he was. Is it his consciousness, or is it the soul of a warrior? Is this really golden wine? Why is he there? The guy couldn't die twice because of him, right? Ling Fong remembered that in the scroll of earth and sky it was written about some special liquid. The golden liquid is odorless and tasteless, but can split the skies. One sip of this liquid can kill a sage. The wine he drank before was sealed in a bottle. That's why he became so strong. The guy drank quite a lot of this liquid. He wondered then why was he still alive? Did he really drink that much? When he woke up, he realized that he was alive. The guy did not die, and the meridians were also restored. They became like roots. He admired the effect of that water. Now his body is even better than the body in his previous life. Ling Fong thought that most likely no one knew about this water yet. He wondered what the current limit of his body was. He thought that at least 35 kilograms. Breaking stones with his hands, the guy realized that with the help of water he rose to a bronze body. Now, achieving a silver and golden body will not be a problem. Now that he meets those who abused his sister, he will be able to wipe them all off the face of the earth with his power. Looking around, the guy realized that it was already night. He wondered why his sister had not returned yet. Approaching closer to the house, he heard his sister's voice calling him. Ling Fong realized that something was wrong with her. Opening the door, the guy saw that the girl was lying on the floor. Running up to his sister, he began to ask if everything was okay with his sister. Turning to her brother, Ling Shen said that if she leaves this world, he must live, no matter what happens. Ling Fong didn't understand what was wrong with her. Her body is cold, but her forehead is hot. He realized that these were symptoms of a frozen soul. The cold qi is trying to displace the qi of her body. The girl might die. For his sake, she worked tirelessly. Because of him, she had no time for herself, as a result of which her illness grew and became worse. Turning to her brother, she asked him to live a great life. Having tied a belt around his waist, the guy said that he would definitely cure her. He took her in his arms and said that he would not let his sister die. Now we need to go up to Lingwei Mountain as soon as possible and find a pill to help our sister. The guys shouted, who dared to come there at night? The guy replied that it was them, Ling Shen and Fong. They were surprised why he was still alive. They all saw how the guy destroyed his meridians. Seeing the girl on his back, the guys said that it looked like she was about to die. Smirking, one of the guys told Ling Fong not to worry, if anything happens to her, they will help. The guy said he was there to get the cure and he would kill anyone who stood in his way. Calling him a bastard, they said that if the guy takes another step, they will kill him. But before he died, Yu Feng decided to show him the skills of a 4th-level cultivator. Watching what was happening, the guys said that this trash also had the courage to fight with the guy. This brat would not withstand even one of his blows. Ling Shen asked them to stop. The guys watched everything from the side. The guys began to attack each other. From one blow the guy flew to the side. His hand turned completely red. The guys didn't understand how this was possible. Could such trash really defeat Yun Feng? After the guy's 2 friends started running towards Ling Fong, the girl prayed for them to stop and stop everything. He shouted that if he wanted, he would kill the guy with one blow. Ling Fong takes revenge for his sister, because these bastards mocked her. Having beaten everyone, they lay on the ground and did not understand how in such a short time he could become so strong. Looking at him, the girl realized that he couldn't cultivate. It was clear from the girl that she was getting worse. Having grabbed the guys, Ling Fong said that if they doubted his strength, then he could beat them again. With fear in his eyes, Yun Feng told the guy not to even think about it. His sister was in danger, he had to figure out where to take them. After rummaging through their pockets, he found some good loot. It was a blood-hardening pill, just what he needed. After taking the pill, the girl said that she felt much better. But the guy understood that this was not enough. This pill is not enough to cure my sister. He needs to go to the valley and find fire grass and fire fruits there. Turning around, he shouted to the three to get out of there and not to dare to interfere again. Having hugged his sister, the guy said that it was time for them to go home. Training Valley. This place is in the desert. The guy thought it was good, it's not as dangerous there as he thought. He found that same fiery grass. Suddenly, from the side he heard a painfully familiar sound. It was just a blue-eyed leopard. He is only a third-level combat warrior. Rejoicing, the guy thought that he would bring this leopard to his sister. Literally after a few blows, the leopard was defeated. Ling Fong decided that now it was time for him to find the fire fruits. He was already in the middle of the forest, but they were nowhere to be found. Suddenly, that same tree caught his eye. These were the same fiery fruits that would help his little sister. Ling Fong sensed something was wrong. The birds suddenly began to fly into the sky, when suddenly a golden lion appeared in front of the guy, who was at the peak of Warrior 1. This golden lion is very human-like. If trained well, he can become a very useful ally. The guy gathered all his strength into a fist, he was preparing to attack. Ling Fong thought that it was just in time, so today he will go to his house. After making his first attack, he was able to hit the golden lion. Looking at him, the guy told him that he was not strong enough to defeat him. After another series of blows, he asked the lion what now. Either let him surrender, or he will have to die. The guy asked how about if he gives him meat, and he will listen to him for it. The golden lion seemed to immediately become tame. Ling Fong saw that he was not so stupid after all. Just let him remember, if he goes against him, he will die. From now on, Goldie is part of their family. He must look after the house and make sure that no one bullies his sister. It was a leopard for his sister. If the golden lion tries to eat him, he will be next in line. The guy said it was time to go home. The next day the girl woke up early in the morning. And she felt that her fever had gone. But suddenly, looking around, she saw a large shaggy Leo. And she screamed in fear. While Ling Fong was preparing food, he heard a voice shouting. Running into the room, he asked what happened. The girl, out of fear, told Ling Fong that a lion had sneaked into their house. Ling Fong told her not to panic. He said it was a guard animal that he brought with him. The guy asked him why he wasn't in his original form. But at that moment a flash appeared and the lion transformed into cute little Goldie. Seeing this little creature, the girl was stunned by its magnificent golden color. With such an excellent sense of smell, the girl felt some delicious smell, but also notes of burnt. Hearing this, Ling Fong remembered his fragrant soup and ran out into the street screaming. Handing over a bowl of soup, the guy told the place that this soup was made from green tiger. Hearing this, the girl was surprised. What other green tiger? But after tasting the soup, she was happy about such a good event. That same day, someone knocked on the door and said, "Get out the trash." The guy jumped up and asked who dares to bark in front of his house. These were the guys that the guy got. The guy asked them if they came for more. Was there enough last time? The guys said that their brother Fo Shan would now avenge them. And he'll kick his ass for hurting them. After all, their older brother is a genius at Lingvi Academy who is a level 6 trainee. The guy didn't understand what they were saying, and asked what Fo Shan onion was, because he had never heard of it before. But suddenly a girl ran out and asked Fo Shan why he was here. Fo Shan said he came because her brother hurt his brothers. Without waiting for a long time, Ling Fong instructed Big Goldie to beat him for him. Goldie only scratched Fo Shan and knocked the sword out of his hands. Seeing the lion, the guys were surprised where he got the golden lion. Ling Fong said since they came for their death, let them die. Taking all his will into his hands, Fo Shan ran into the lion, calling him a monster. But Lev had only to bury him and Fo Shan begged for forgiveness. The guy told Fo Shan, if he dares to provoke them again, he won't get off so easily. Ling Fong, entering the house, began to show affection to Goldie, and said that he was rewarded today with that huge piece of meat. The guy thought that the golden liquid was ready. And now he can handle 2,500 kilograms. And with such strength as a foundation, he can finally learn martial arts. Now all he has to do is swallow the chi of earth and heaven. But everything happened so quickly that he himself did not expect how he broke through to the first level. Screaming with joy that he had already broken through to the third level, he woke up his sister and little Goldie. And he said that now he is ready to take the exams at the Lingui Academy. Linu Academy organizes entrance exams every year. They are not difficult to pass, namely, you need to climb Lingwei Mountain. Lingwei Mountain has 99 steps. And whoever can rise 5 steps will receive the right to become an external student of the Linu Academy. And the one who rises 30 steps will receive the right to become an inner disciple. And naturally, whoever manages to climb 50 steps will become a student of the main branch and will be able to study with all the elders of the academy. And if someone manages to reach the top, then he ends up in a secret group. Bollandon says that there he will be able to practice techniques that are more than 1,000 years old. After all, he is a 4th-level cultivator, and this year he will be able to climb 30 steps and become an inner disciple. But the girl standing nearby humiliated Bollandon that he was only on the 4th level. And compared to their younger brother Li Mo, he is nothing. The blonde heard and suggested to Li Mo that they organize a competition on Mount Linu to find out which of them is stronger. Li Mo could not restrain himself and called Blandon an arrogant piece of trash, and told him to stay away from him when he climbed, because he would kick him. Ling Fong also came to these competitions and studied 3,000 books of the Sacred Mountain, which are more useful than those from the Linu Academy. But however, this is still not enough to go back. After all, he needs to drink the chi of earth and heaven. The girl, seeing everyone, said that she needed the resources of Linu Academy in order to fully recover. Hearing this, the guy told his sister not to worry. After all, now he is not the same as before. And he will definitely enter the academy. But the loud laughter of the guy's enemies did not leave him alone. Blandon asked the guy why he comes for a checkup once a year. He can't even get to the 2nd stage. The guy asked in surprise who he was. The blonde replied that he was the one who would crush him. The guy thought it was funny and he told Goldie that someone was looking for death here. Hearing the guy, Goldie turned into a huge lion. Seeing him, Blandon got scared and screamed for help. But the teacher came to the blonde's aid and stood up for him, and fired a double blow at Goldie. The teacher called the pair garbage, and he asked him that he wanted to die. But the angry Ling Fong said that he was ready to fight him. And at that time the leader of the academy himself came and ordered them to stop. After all, today is a test day, and they don't need unnecessary trouble. The leader said that the evaluation rules are the same as before. Anyone who climbs 5 steps in 2 hours will be able to become an external student in their academy. And young people who can climb 30 steps will be able to become internal students of their academy. And now the head told them to go and give it their all. Seeing the mountain, the guy's sister became worried and said that Lingwei Mountain has natural pressure, even level 4 cultivators have a hard time. And this boy's talent is so bad that he can't even climb the first step. Li Mo realized that this was very difficult. After all, he is only at the 1st stage, but he cannot move any more. But ahead he saw the blonde and said that he would not lose to him. But blonde made him understand that he was better than him. Li Mo only reached the 4th step, while the blonde was already at stage 5 and mocked him. The observer of the competition said that Ayun was the first to become a student of the Lin Martial Arts Academy. And with his strength, there is definitely a chance to become an inner disciple. But Li Mo also reached the 5th step, while Li Mo is only at stage 5. And the beholder saw that he was already tired. But suddenly the women noticed a girl standing in the crowd. And she wondered who she was. After all, she looked very defiant. But it looks like she's not one of the family's children. Now it was Ling Fong's turn. His sister told him that mountaineering is not easy, you have to be strong to do it. But Ling Fong did not want to distinguish himself. And he told everyone to listen to him. After all, some of them were upset. After all, few of their family make it far. And he said that he could bring them back. But of course, not for free. Hearing this, the sister asked the guy what he was going to do. The guy said he wanted to earn some money, but one of the guys got distracted and said that Ling Fong is a very ambitious guy. And he offered him a gold coin, which he would receive if he threw Ian down. The guy's confidence was insane. And he told the man, let him be sure, because he will bring him back down. But the beholder heard these words and became interested in how he was going to get Ian down. After all, he will simply be humiliated. The sister told the guy not to be an idiot. After all, the pressure of the mountain is very strong. But the smile on the guy's face gave other clues. Standing in front of the mountain, Ling Fong felt that this pressure of Lingwei Mountain reached up to 600 jin. But for ordinary people, this is really a lot of pressure. The man who gave the guy the coin watched him. And he didn't know how Ling Fong would be able to humiliate Iun. But unfortunately Ling Fong thought, the pressure of the mountain is 600 jin, as at that time, a person at the bronze body stage can only withstand 250 jin. The men couldn't believe their eyes because the guy was able to climb the second step. But the men were confident that he would not be able to rise further. Seeing Ling Fong's strength, the men were very impressed, because he climbed up so quickly that they could not count the steps they passed. The head, seeing this, considered him a very talented boy. But my sister's support also did not lag behind. From her screams, Ling Fong gained more strength. The standing stranger saw Ling Fong climb up to the fifth step in the blink of an eye. And she considered him a monster. But suddenly he reached Iun. And he said that they met again. But he said that he was given a gold coin in exchange for letting Iun down. Iun was surprised how Ling Fong was able to reach the 10th step. Taking Iun by the collar, the guy took him downstairs. But suddenly a man shouted and told Ling Fong to let Iun go, and he doubled the payment of gold coins. The upset man began to be indignant because the guy pushed Iun down the 10th step and destroyed everything. Ling Fong said that it was not his fault. After all the blame lies with their family. He just did his job. The man's passion was enormous. And he offered the guy another gold coin if he could get Liemo down. Ling Fong said that the price has now changed. And for the second person he wants 20 gold coins. The stunned man blushed when he heard Ling Feng's proposals. After all, this money is enough for a small family to live its entire life without worrying about poverty. But another man said that his family was ready to pay him 20 gold coins if he could bring down the second genius of the Achi family. Ling Fong, hearing this proposal, immediately stood up and sent down the second genius of the Achi family. But Ling Fong's bets kept growing, and for the next person he asked for 100 gold coins. But the same man approached him and said that he would offer him 130 gold coins only if he took Liemo downstairs. But suddenly a second man intervened and offered 150 gold coins. And all this turned into one big scandal. The first man threw him a bag of gold and wanted to let Liemo down. The guy grabbed the bag and told him to consider everything ready. But at that moment, Foshan appeared and threatened Ling Fong with a sword. But the guy was able to react and struck him in the jaw. Having lowered Liemo down, the guy kept raising the bets, and for the fourth person he asked for 400 gold. But the men had no more money. The guy got disappointed and started mocking them. But then the guy suggested a bad option, and said that there are about 40 people on the mountain, and if the men want them to stay there, then they need to pay for every 10 coins. And if no one pays, he will let everyone down. The men thought he was crazy. And they wanted to teach him a lesson for this, but the dean himself was watching them, starting with the Ajia family. The man offered a box with an egg and said that it was very valuable for their families. Taking a little bit from everyone, it seemed to the guy that someone hadn't paid yet. Seeing the stranger, the guy pointed at her. The guy asked what kind of family this girl was from, because she was worth paying. Seeing his persistence, the men laughed and said that he would be in serious trouble. Standing in front of the girl, the guy asked what family she was from and why she didn't pay like everyone else. But the indignant girl asked him who he was. And how dare he disrespect her. But the angry guy said that he was asking questions here, not her. The girl called him baby and asked if he wanted trouble. The girl did not wait long for an answer and struck. But she didn't expect him to be so strong. and holding her hand, she was very upset by this. The guy laughed and said that an old woman like her on the 7th level would never be able to touch him. But the confident girl asked Ling Fong, doesn't he see how smart and beautiful she is, and at the same time they are the same age? The girl's nerves could not stand this ill-mannered guy. And out of anger she struck the bells hard. But the guy took the girl by the hand and threw her over his shoulder, saying that she was no match for him. Seeing this, the head became angry because Ling Fong was humiliating Bing Ming. Throwing it to the ground, Ling Fong asked where it came from. And he told her family to come and take her away. But the head intervened and called the guy stupid. And he asked how he dares to be proud of this and treat one of their teachers like that. Ling Fong was surprised that she was a teacher. And since when can a person at the 7th level become a teacher, he asked. Mrs. Bing Ming, their new alchemist, said to the head. Although she is only 21 years old, her strength is extraordinary. Her martial arts cultivation level is average, and she is a student who climbed the mountain to discover her talent. But the guy is an idiot, and still pulled her down. But sister stood up for the guy and told the dean that Ling Fong didn't know much about the academy. And she asked the dean to forgive her brother. Sister told the boy to apologize to Mrs. Bing Ming. But the guy's pride wouldn't allow it and he ran away. Ling Fong, running away, realized that after he insulted the teacher like that, they would definitely not accept him into the academy. And that's why he must climb the mountain to show them his skills. And now he must concentrate on climbing the mountain. After all, it will be too late if Linu Academy excludes him from the test. And now it's time to conquer this mountain, said Ling Fong. The dean said if it weren't for his great talent, he would have disqualified him. But the girl said that everything was fine and she forgave him. The dean stuck to the girl's words, and said that he would leave him. Having said that Miss Bing Ming is not the person who should be offended. He should be grateful to her for forgiving him. But Bing Ming's cunning was impossible. After all, she let him into the academy only to take revenge on him. Standing in front of the obstacle and squeezing his hand, the guy told Mount Lin that he wanted to look at its scenery from the top. Having calmed down, he caught up with the guys whom he had previously taken down. Seeing him nearby, the guys were surprised at his speed. Ling Fong told them to hurry up, because they called themselves geniuses. Having said that they should pay more attention to their reputations. Standing in front of the 29th step, the guy said that he could become an inner disciple if he took one more step. Standing on the 30th step, the men were surprised. After all, for the first time this year he became an internal student. Bing Ming saw Ling Fong climb 30 steps. She wondered how high he would eventually rise. The dean said that based on Ling Fong's strength, the dean thinks that he will climb 60 steps. Bing Mo said that the dean spoke highly of Ling Fong's capabilities. After all, in the history of Ling Academy, there are only a few people who have reached stage 60. And Xia Yun, the first dean of the academy, only reached level 65. The guy felt that the pressure was now about 200 pounds, and this was very little to stop him. After all, there are 40 steps ahead. But after climbing the 50th step, the guy began to sweat. Having reached the 60th step, he felt that the pressure had increased sharply. The dean's joy also did not lag behind. Having said that Linu Academy should focus on cultivating Ling Fong, believing in himself gave the guy more to Matarazzi, because it had already become difficult for him to resist the pressure. But he knew his body and that 2,500 pounds was his body limit. And he was ready to climb to the top. While the guy was rising and rising higher, he did not notice how he broke the record of the first dean of the academy. The sister shouted to the guy that he was great and he went down in the history of Linu Academy. And set a new record. The men thought why this pervert boy was so lucky. If you compare Li Mu and Ayun with Ling Fanglam, then they are not even worthy of his finger. Having reached the 68th step, the guy felt the pressure of more than 2,000 jin, but even if it was 3,000 or 4,000, he would not stop. After all, today he said he is ready to surpass his limit with the help of this magnificent mountain. This was amazing for the dean. After all, Lina Mountain is really intended for young people to train their perseverance and martial arts. But Ling Fong turned out to be an even greater genius than he thought, the dean said. The pressure reached 4,000 jin. Does he really not feel pain? Bing Ming wondered. But suddenly he stopped and did not move. Ling Fong managed to reach the 99th step. The pressure at stage 99 reaches 5,000 Jin. But this does not stop him and he is ready to get to the top. But taking all the strength from himself, he did it and got to the top. Observers couldn't believe their eyes because he did it. The guy's sister was in 7th heaven and couldn't believe that Ling Fong had climbed to the top. Miss Bing Ming said that this year they had no luck with inner disciples, but they had the first spiritual disciple in history. Waving his hands, Ling Fong shouted that he had done it. But suddenly he saw a book standing on a stone. Taking it, he received a book of techniques from the ancient Lin Wushan family. However, this is just a basic first-level skill. In Tao, techniques range from strong to weak. But there is a Xian Huang heavenly level of the 4th order. And at that 4th level there are even smaller spiritual, honorable and divine methods. In his previous life, the guy was a saint, he saw incomparable skills. And this book is useless for him, but for the people here it is very good. Having gone downstairs, his sister ran into the guy. Ling Fong told his sister not to worry because he was fine. Seeing him, the dean came over and said that Ling Fong was very good and qualified to be a spiritual disciple. Master asked Ling Fong if he was ready to become a spiritual disciple. The guy said that he was ready and yet he said that he wanted to study alchemy. Hearing this, the dean was surprised and said that his talent was the best in the academy. And if he focuses on self-improvement, then his achievements will be limitless. Alchemy is different from cultivation, because the guy has good talent, but if he takes up alchemy, it's unlikely that anything good will happen. Ling Fong said that the techniques of the Linu Academy have no value to him, and all he needs are resources. And alchemy is the fastest way to obtain resources. But suddenly Miss Bing Ming intervened in the conversation and said that she supported Ling Fong. On the continent of Sinuyi, alchemists are more promising and respected. Ling Fong insisted that he become an alchemist. And this woman, as he saw, does not care what others think, he seems to him to be a good person. The dean told the guy not to be so reckless, because this decision could determine his fate. And unfortunately, it's really sad that such talent goes to waste. Miss Bing Ming met student Ling Fong. And she said that she is the only alchemist professor. She asked the guy why he wanted to study alchemy so much. Hearing that she is the only professor of alchemy, the guy got excited. The guy thought Miss Bing Ming was a demon. And it seems that from tomorrow his life will become much more difficult. But the dean turned to him and said if he suddenly got tired of alchemy, he could come to him at any time. As he was leaving, Ling Fong remembered the book and said that he had found it at the top of the mountain. And he asked the dean for help, to help him understand this book. Bikan said it's very simple. Even a narrow-minded person can understand this spiritual skill. Hearing about the book, the men immediately approached Ling Fong with an offer to sell him his book for 100 gold coins. But the guy wasn't interested in that. But one man asked him to just look at the book. But the guy said that he could only look for 100 gold coins. But this skill is very rare for the dean. He didn't expect this guy to use a rare skill like that. But suddenly a second man came and handed him 1,000 gold coins. In return for Ayun to look at him. But Ayun said that he only managed to read 2 sentences and could not even remember them. After all, there are dozens of pages in this book, even if they pay 100,000 gold coins, they will still not understand and learn anything. But the man ordered his children to hurry home and bring him all the gold coins. Ling Fong watched this and told them not to rush. But it was time for Ling Fong to leave. He said it was too late and he needed to go home. The man was unhappy that he did not give them the opportunity to read. After all, the man spent a lot of coins, but in the end they were left with nothing. That same evening, when he came home, the guy took out all the wealth he had earned during the whole day. My sister saw all this and said that she had never seen so much money in her life. The guy told her as long as he was with her, he would let her live in poverty. The guy thought that now he could study alchemy at the academy. But he is afraid that the professor will make him go through hellfire. And he decided that he needed to buy some equipment so as not to suffer from pain. Arriving at the academy the next day, everyone was surprised by their appearance. Everyone was wondering where they got the cold lion and golden armor from. The guy said, Goldie, that he was going to the alchemy department, and told him to protect his sister. Entering the alchemy department, Miss Bing Ming was already waiting for him, holding in her hands a whip made especially for Ling Fong. Bing Ming asked the guy what he was wearing. The guy said that this is his new armor, which will help him during training. Miss Bing Ming told him to take off his armor. She asked if he wears them to protect himself from her. But if so, then he can continue in the same spirit. Miss Bing Ming told him the first thing he should know is how to operate the boiler. And today he will carry the cauldron, and also get acquainted with its structure. Ling Fong was ready for people's trials and his eyes sparkled with interest. Miss Bing Ming said that he looks optimistic, but the pot is there. Standing in front of the alchemical furnace, he realized that it was larger than his house. Picking it up, he said it weighed about 5,000 pounds and he could use it for his training. But Bing Ming told the guy to stop, because he could destroy everything here. And she gave him instructions on how to use the alchemical furnace. Having taken the instructions, the guy was happy. And he said that he wanted to read it right now. But when he opened it, he saw the master's poor handwriting. The guy realized that she writes very poorly, but her explanations are very good. Although he had read several alchemy books in his past life, he had no experience in it. People studying alchemy on the continent fall into several categories, and there are also different types of spirits. After reading, the master asked him what is the difference between cleansing and straightening pills, the main ones for controlling fire. The guy said that these two types of pills produce heat. But fire must be combined with air and medicine. Having praised himself, he assumed that the master would try to humiliate him. But the guy was born with a very good memory, and he can remember all 3,000 books that he read on the holy mountain. Immersed in himself, he realized that learning alchemy requires pure qi, but he still cannot use it. And climbing the mountain helped him a lot. After all, tonight he will be able to reach the 5th level. Having reached level 5, he decided that he needed to try out his new power. Having completed everything, he realized that although he was at level 5, he was no weaker than cultivators at level 6. After all, he has become stronger than in his previous life. The next beautiful day, one girl said that the liquid fire and animal blood needed to create a nourishing spiritual pill, in addition to the day cloud, should be immersed in the alchemy furnace, and everything is ready. Miss Bing Ming asked Ling Fong when will he start. Having started the process, Min was surprised that he was at level 5. It turned out that Ling Fong was a very interesting person who gained talent for alchemy and martial arts at the same time. But try after try, he still couldn't do it. After all, for him, controlling qi is very difficult. Taking all her strength into her fist, she said that this was his 8th attempt, and this time he should succeed. Seeing how he did it, Miss Bing Ming was surprised that he created the pill. And she realized that she had gained herself a great treasure. Ling Fong said that the process of making pills consists of 4 stages: refining, combining, first form and formation. He removes the base of the nucleus and the fusion is successful. Miss Bing Ming was surprised that he was able to create a pill in 3 hours. And he is a brilliant child. She told Ling Fong that he had done a good job, but he could have done better, because she believed that praise could weaken him. Removing his hands to the side, Ling Fong said that unfortunately it took him 3 hours to finish. And he wondered how long it takes her. Hearing this question, she became worried and coughed. After all, this process takes her 3 days. Miss Bing Ming decided to give Ling Fong 3 months to create 7 basic pills. The guy told her that half a month was enough for him. Half a month later, he came to Miss Bing Ming with the finished pills. Wiping her eyes, she was surprised. Ling Fong was told by the teacher that rubbing her eyes was useless, because she didn't think it was an illusion. She asked him with surprised eyes how he managed to create 7 types of pills in such a short time. The guy said that he not only made them, but also made 5 others, but they are not finished yet. Hearing this, she was very concerned for him, and said that he would become a legend of this continent. Miss Bing Ming reflected that she spent 6 months to become an alchemist. What's surprising is that Ling Fong is better than her. After all, he is the genius of Linu Academy. But suddenly, while discussing all this, they heard a strange sound. Bing Ming said that the sound came from outside. And Ling Fong recognized this voice and said that it was Goldie. While outside, the girl was insulting his sister. And she wanted her sister to give her the little lion. After all, she wants to exchange it for 2 spiritual pills. The sister said that Goldie is part of her family, and under no circumstances would she sell him. The girl sighed and said that she was giving her one last chance, otherwise today she would not leave unharmed. Swinging the rope, Goldie jumped on it. But she touched him and said that no entry-level monster dares to growl at her. With angry eyes, the girl told the little lion cub that if he did not follow her, she would kill him. The girl considered it an insult to have such an ugly girl at the academy. And today she will tell her grandfather to expel her from Lena Academy. The sister asked Mahjong to stop this torment. After all, she and her brother had very big problems with admission. But the anger in Mahjong's eyes grew more and more. And no girl like her dares to say her name. But Ling Fong manages to grab the rope. But she asked him how dare he stand in front of her. Ling Fong asked her name Mahjong. But Moran told him to stop saying her name with his dirty mouth. But the situation was so serious that Ling Fong told Mahjong that everything would end today. Striking Ling Fong. He said he was a level 5 warrior with a bronze body. And he can easily defeat a level 2 war like her. She did not expect from such events that he would be able to repel her blow with the scourge. Approaching her, he said that she had offended her sister, and therefore he would kill her. But before the blow, Moran said that she was the granddaughter of the greatest teacher Mo Jean. And he can't kill her. After landing a blow near her head, he realized that he had to protect his sister. And he can't kill her. My sister said he scared her to death. And she thought that he would kill her, but fortunately everything worked out. Ling Fong said that he was fine, but she was very seriously injured. And he gave her a restorative pill. But suddenly some guy came out of the crowd and asked Ling Fong how dare he hit Moran. The uncle said that in any case he was expelled from the academy. And so that he does not dare to come tomorrow. Ling Fong asked him what he would do if he came tomorrow. Pointing his finger, the uncle said that he dared to hit her granddaughter. And the teacher doesn't want to see him here. The guy told him not to make him angry. Even if the greatest teacher comes, he will not stop in front of him. Seeing this, the teacher was surprised at his evil power. But suddenly Miss Bing Ming intervened and asked Bai Bao what he wanted to do with his student. After all, he did not understand the situation and did not judge fairly. And without reason, he dared to accuse her student. And Miss Bing Ming decided to tell what happened. She said that Moran was arrogant and tyrannical, because she dared to hit her scientist's sister and his lion. And her student was simply defending himself. And in a word, Moran deserved to be beaten at the hands of Ling Fong. Bai Bao said to Miss Bing Ming, even if she thinks so, how can he explain this to Elder Mo Shan? Bing Ming said if Mo Shan wants to fight, then let him come to her. And from tomorrow, Bai Bao should not come to the academy. But suddenly one of the teachers came and began to attack Bing Min, saying why is she protecting this garbage? Teacher told Dean that Ling Fong had severely injured Moran. And he suggested that the Dean restore justice. But Bing Ming also did not shut up and told Dean Mo that her disciple had surpassed Moran, who had recently become an inner disciple. And, moreover, she secretly said that Ling Fong had become a novice-rank alchemist DPN sure. The dean's eyes widened at what he heard. He couldn't believe it. And he ended the argument with the words that's all for today. And he told the elder not to get involved in children's fights. After all, Mahjong had a hard time these days, and she told the master to teach her well. Dean Mo was glad to hear this, because in just half a month, Ling Fong became an alchemist of Dan Shi rank. And now Ling Fong is more important than Moran. Miss Bing Ming told Ling Fong that he always gets into trouble like this, and at the very least he should thank her for her help. Bing Ming advised Ching Cheng that she better not go to places like the outer ward. And she told her to come to the alchemy gate later. She will find her a teacher. But suddenly, something incomprehensible occurred to Ling Fong and he undressed. Thanking Bing Min for helping her sister. And he will never wear armor again. Miss Bing Ming said although today's problem has been solved, she cannot guarantee it in the future. After all, she will not be able to interfere in the problems of the younger generation. Arriving at the battle arena, everyone was discussing how Ling Fong defeated the rank 2 warrior. Bolanden said it was all because of his armor. If he is without her, he will quickly be defeated. But suddenly someone shouted that Ling Fong was going to fight again. And he does a fight with Brother Oshen. Brother Oshen is one of the top 5 disciples, and he has a lot of combat experience. Oshen told Ling Fong how he dared to hit Lady Moran, but also insulted the elder. And he suggested that he teach him a lesson. Ling Fong said that he had met many people similar to him, and they were all defeated by him. And he just wanted to test his new powers. Oshen told Ling Fong that he was too vain and he must destroy him today. But this did not frighten Ling Fong, and called Oshen a dog, and told him not to just stand there, but to go and fight him. Pulling out his sword, he jumped up and told Ling Fong that he must die for insulting the teacher. Oshen was surprised how Ling Fong could move so fast, but then realized that he had mastered the skill of speed. But still, he is not worthy to fight him. Oshen told him that the worst decision. Ling Fong was about to remove the armor. After all, only with her strength was he able to hit Lady Mahjong, and used a yellow-level attack skill. Explosion of the skies. But this did not surprise Ling Fong at all, and he responded with a reciprocal strike with the palm of the ice moon. It turned out that Ling Fong's strength was at a high level. And Oshen was surprised that Ling Fong blocked his sword attack. Satisfied and tailed, Ling Fong said that against this arrogant Oshen, he did not even show all his cards, and he lost so easily, telling the guys who were cheering for Oshen that it was their turn to fight him. But before Ling Fong could finish his word, their trace disappeared. 3 days later, at the alchemy gate of Linwu Academy, Miss Bingming heard that it was noisy outside again. Miss Bingming told Ling Fong that from today, he will start making intermediate-level pills. Joyful Ling Fong said that he would only need 3 days to do it. 3 days passed from the assignment, but the medicine was still not done. For this, Ling Fong caused several explosions in the alchemical furnace. Sad Ling Fong told teacher Bingming that he wanted to rest. After all, every month there are always several such days. But teacher Bingming did not like this, because he had not finished making the pills yet, and she said she was asking him to rest. And she asked him for another explanation. But in fact, Ling Fong said that he was about to reach the 5th level of martial arts, and he needed to be alone for a few days. But suddenly the sister saw that Ling Fong had recovered. Ling Fong said that day when he climbed Mount Lingyu, and the mountain accelerated his healing. And then he said that he began to practice, because now he has the 4th level of martial arts. Closing her eyes, Teacher Bingmin considered his words complete nonsense. But however, chi energy is very important for making pills, and she decided to give him a few days of rest. Ling Fong's sister hugged him and said that she actually, with the help of his pill, she had also reached the 4th level of martial arts. And she didn't think that he could catch up with her so quickly. Ling Fong said that he could improve. After all, he would make a top-level pill to cure her icy soul. And the first pill he made decided to eat it himself. While resting, Ling Fong thought that the Void Road was moving him to the next level very quickly. It had only been 3 days since he arrived in the wilderness, and he had already managed to reach the 9th level of martial arts. A Dao Chan disciple of the 9th level of martial arts, he has already reached it. However, this time he wants to go beyond it and reach the frontier of martial arts. Although the elixir will not help him, success depends on ability. He failed to achieve this in his previous life, but there are only a few people in the history of the Holy Mountain. Ling Fong needs to break through all 9 levels and then unite again, but fortunately his body is able to withstand the real pain of destruction. Eventually reaching the borders, his power will be much greater than that of an ordinary warrior. Repeating the same words that he needed to break through the 9 levels and then unite again, he did so and gained very powerful power. Having achieved the boundaries of martial arts, Ling Fong was very happy, but suddenly he heard some strange growls. He saw one-eyed wolves, but this did not scare him, and he decided to practice with level 3 wolves. The moon strike attack was used. Ling Fong inflicted heavy damage on them, but they were also smart and decided to jump on him all at once. But this was in Ling Feng's favor, because he had in reserve a technique called Heavenly Power, someone's dragon. After defeating the wolves, Ling Fong felt that he had reached the limit of martial arts. Only his body strength is a little insufficient. And he needs to continue to practice, he said. Taking the wolf on his back, he felt that they were heavy and just decided to train with them. But he remembered that he had already been in this wilderness for 9 days, and if he lingered any longer, his sister would kill him. All these animals weigh about 3 tons, Ling Fong said, and this will allow him and his sister to eat for a long time. Previously, in the cold mountains of Wushan, he could only barely hold a load of 2.5 tons. And now he can not only carry 3 tons, but also run at the speed of the wind. But suddenly they didn't notice how one of the wolves attacked him. And it was the king of the one-eyed wolves, who came to bring back his brothers. But having struck him, the wolf simply passed out. Ling Fong said that his impact force was 1.5 tons. And even if he is a 4th-level king, his death has long been attributed. Arriving home, sister flew into the room and was very glad that Ling Fong had returned. And these few days that he was not at home made her very worried, she said. Ling Fong told his sister that there was no need to worry, he was just going to a quiet place for a few days and nothing more. Seeing the one-eyed wolves, sister told Ling Fong that he should not take such risks, it was too dangerous. Ling Fong said that he was not going to joke with his own life. After all, his body is strong enough to deal with any beasts that come his way. Sister told Ling Fong that because he returned late, Master Bing Ming was very angry. And she often hears her sharpening her knife. Entering the academy, Ling Fong asked why it was so noisy. Is there an event coming up? His sister told him while he was away, he missed a lot. And today there will be an open competition between Linu Academy and Mo Yunzong. Ling Fong said that he had heard about Mo Yunzong, this school is located in Shenwu. However, what was the reason for the open competition, he thought. Sister said that every 3 years, Mo Yunzong and Linu Academy organize a competition between students, it is called Melindabi, and as long as there is such a competition, students from both academies can compete. The guy realized that this was a low-level competition, the level of the participants and the level of our students had nothing in common. And he said that he was watching outside, just not to meet with teacher Bing Ming. People watching the competition said that Linu Academy would give the winner a yellow class weapon, and the reward from Mo Yunzong Academy was training in 1 set of brown class equipment. After hearing these conversations, the sister said that she had never seen or heard about yellow class weapons. Hearing his sister's words, Ling Fong had an idea, because for him it's all useless, but it seems that his sister's interest has appeared in yellow class weapons. Looking at their opponents, the guys from Linu Academy said that in the last 4 competitions they had won only once. But this year, there are 3 talents from the side Mo Lan, Eo Shen and Qian Yun. And they have no right to lose to Mo Yunzong. Moran said that they should win this year. And they will certainly have a set of their brown class techniques. Shen also did not distinguish himself and said that Mo Yunzong was against their best experts, they would undoubtedly be defeated. But suddenly an elder came and said that Mo Yunzong's disciples would arrive soon. And he told the disciples to get ready. After all, we need to demonstrate the power of the academy to Lin. Shen told the elder not to worry, because they had prepared well, and they would never lose to Mo Yunzong Academy. Upon meeting Mo Yunzong Academy, Elder Li said that he was personally leading the team, and he had waited too long to greet them personally. Mo Yunzong Academy thanked them for waiting for them and apologized for making Elder Mo wait. Moran saw Mo Yunzong students and said that they looked so. They look like only weaklings. Disciple Mo Yunzong said that their 4th disciple does not need to take up the matter, because he Wang Shan is able to defeat them all without any problems. The students at Mo Yunzong Academy said let them do what they want, because if it weren't for them, they wouldn't have anyone to mock. The elder came up and said that it was time to start the competition. And a student of the Mo Yunzong Academy, Wang Shan, entered the battlefield and invited someone to rise up to fight. A fearless and brave student of the Ao Shan Academy entered the battlefield and said that he had come to defeat him. A Shan Academy student attacked him with a sword. But Wang Shan's strength far exceeded him, and with just a wave of his hand he defeated a level 7 student. Wang Shan laughed and asked, "Are all the students at Linu Academy so weak? If that's the case, then he'll really deal with them all. The guys at Linu Academy were outraged by Wang Shan's antics. And they greeted Li Liang from the academy, and he arrived to duel with him. But this also did not frighten Wang Shan, because he said it doesn't matter who he fights with when the ending is the same. Li Liang attacked him with a level 8 sword, with the attack cutting the blow. But Wang Shan used a hidden blow and defeated him. The guys were very disappointed with what was happening, because this was the 8th time they had failed. After looking at the battle, Ling Fong said that Wang Shan did not have opponents at the level of disciples of such strength. The head of the academy, Mo Yongtsong, told brother Mo Shan that her student already has the level of a martial arts expert, so it can be helped that Wang Shan is stronger than all his students. Mo Shan laughed and said that most of his Linwu Academy students had surpassed the level of experts, so they could not defeat them. The head of the academy, Mo Yongtsong, said that Mo Shan spoke as if his experts were very strong. And he can't wait to see them. Wang Shan said that defeating her would be the 9th in a row. Having entered the fight, he realized that she was an expert in martial arts. And it won't be easy for him. Mo Lan told him that he was unfortunately not at a high enough level yet to fight her. Having launched an attack, Mo Lan overpowered Wang Shan and said in the future when he saw her, it was best to bypass her. But the second student of the academy, Mo Yunzong, entered the battle. And he heard Mo Lan's words and said that he would only remember that Anna was his defeated opponent. Mo Lan called him naive and said that she would destroy him. But all the girl's blows were repelled. She realized that her strike had been suppressed, and his style was very similar to Ling Fong's, so fast and merciless. Disciple Mo Yuntsong told her that she used 2 techniques and defeated Wang Shan, but he used 2 techniques and defeated her. Entered the battle. Majan realized that her affairs were bad. And she was defeated by disciple Mo Yuntsong. Having come to her senses, Majan first asked how the competition was. But this guy defeated everyone who stood in front of him. Moran realized that Lin Du turned out to be a 4th-level martial arts expert, and he easily defeated their 2nd-level experts. The head of the academy, Mo Yongtsong, told Elder Mo Shan that if the Linwu Academy does not have people who can take the fight, then this year's competition can be ended. But suddenly someone from the crowd shouted to wait. It was Ling Fong who said that he had not come out yet. He approached the guys and said that they were all worthless, because they allowed some idiot to beat them up. He also scolded Elder Mo Shan for recklessly approaching the competition without challenging Ling Fong to fight. But Elder Mo Shan did not like this and called him a scoundrel, and how dare he talk to him in such a tone, he asked. For that matter, Elder Mo Shan said, then they are asking one of the best disciples to go out to fight Ling Fong. Since he is such a boy and is thinking of fighting against Mo Yunsong's disciples, he will help him. But after he waits for his defeat. A serious conversation awaits him, said Mo Shan. Ling Fong thanked Elder Mo Shan for his support. And he said that such a stick would be enough for him to deal with several weaklings from Mo Yunzong. 1 man, 1 stick, will kill everyone. The opponent told Ling Fong that he could still leave, but if he dared to compete, he would immediately break his leg. But Ling Fong was not afraid and he arrived for the battle. The opponent said that if he dared to come, then there would be no need to accuse him of being merciless. Ling Fong said that to beat him, a rival's status is not enough. After all, among them, there is only one who can fight him. The best student of the academy, Mo Yunzong. Moran said that she thought that Ling Fong would challenge Long Du, but in the end he retreated and in the end, he chose an unknown disciple. The opponent asked Ling Fong if he wanted to challenge him. But first, he said that Ling Fong should fight the first 4 disciples, and then he would think about it. Elder Mo Shan couldn't understand how Ling Fong could see that this young man was the best. However, to see is one thing, but to be able to win is quite another. The unknown opponent said that Ling Fong is brave. And he will agree to fight if Ling Fong can defeat them. The opponent said that he was a 4th-level expert, and if he killed him, then let Ling Fong not be offended. But Ling Fong was not afraid and said that he would beat him first and consider it a warm-up. Having struck Ling Fong, the opponent could not understand where Ling Fong had disappeared. But at that time, Ling Fong was already behind and said that he was too slow. The opponent decided to use his strongest technique of the yellow level, Mahamudra. But this did not seem to surprise Ling Fong. Ling Fong's sister saw that Lin Du was using a destruction technique. Ling Du is already quite powerful. It is impossible to imagine that this young man would be so strong, and Ling Fong would end up in the future. Lin Du could not believe his eyes that his strongest blow did not even hit Ling Fong, and he disappeared somewhere again. But Ling Fong was already tired of all this and decided to end this fight. Having struck from behind, Lin Du was defeated. The guys could not believe how Long Du was beaten by him with a stick. Ling Fong is not only incredibly fast, but also has such strength. Ling Fong stood in front of the disciples and said that Mo Yunzong had 3 more incompetents, and told them all to get up. But the 4th-level expert Don Fong came out to fight. And he said, since Ling Fong is so self-confident, he will not stand on ceremony with him. Ling Fong said as the 3 of them came out, perhaps there would have been chances, but counting on you alone was a big mistake. After all, they cannot defeat him. But Dong Fong realized that the boy was capable of ruining his techniques. Mo Yunzong's disciples were surprised that Ling Fong calmly defeated the top 2. And Mo Yunzong's students decided to go out together and told Ling Fong not to show off too much. After all, the Sun brothers will raise him. Ling Fong said that the 2 of them were also only 4th-level experts. And he asked them if they had come together to meet death. After attacking Ling Fong, the brothers invited him to take a look at their yellow-level technique. The blow of the golden hammer. But these useless attacks did nothing to Ling Fong. And he said they disappointed him. But subsequent blows were in vain. After all, Ling Fong was so strong and fast that he snuck up behind him and said that in order to defeat him, you need to continue to improve. Mo Yunzong's disciples already realized that Ling Fong really couldn't be stopped, so he took 1 stick and beat 4 of their fighters. Moran was surprised by his true strength. If earlier he was easily susceptible to her attacks, now he fears that she will be finished. Standing up at the podium, Ling Fong asked if they still had those who had not given up. And he ordered those who did not pass to get up urgently, because there was no need to waste his time. Everyone refused to fight him. But a stranger from Mo Yunzong's team said that he would fight him. This stranger's name was Dong Shui. The guy's exit was very encouraging. Mo Yunzong Academy shouted at him to avenge them. Standing against each other, Ling Fong told him to show him how strong the best student of the academy, Mo Yunzong, is. Dong Shui told Ling Fong to show all his power in battle, otherwise he would have no chance against him. Ling Fong said when the need arises, he will definitely show his full power. Well then, Dong Shui said that he would not waste time and stand on ceremony with him for too long and used the yellow-level attack, the Mahamudra strike. Ling Fong realized that this Dong Shui was not so simple. The same 4th-level expert, but Mahamudra's blow is much more serious than Long Du's. Dong Shui said that this was just a warm-up. And he decided to demonstrate 2 attacks in a row at once. Ling Fong said that it was unexpected that he could throw 2 punches at once. Dong Shui said that he could not imagine that Linu Academy had such students who could compete with him for so long. And Dong Shui decided to use a black-level technique. Chaotic Rock Impact. It was unexpected for you that he used techniques of this level. Ling Fong reminded him that he was in someone else's academy. And he wouldn't want him to ruin everything. And he said that Dong Shui was surprising him again. And he decided to familiarize himself with the power of the heavenly level technique. Because of the strong wind, the students of the academy could not open their eyes. After all, these 2 were very intimidating. Dong Shui could not imagine that his level 4 technique would not only not break him, but would leave Dong Shui at a disadvantage. But the pleased Ling Fong asked if he had any other tricks. Dong Shui stood up and said that she was very strong and was a level 5 expert. The guys wondered if she was a 5th-level expert using 4th-level techniques, Ling Fong would be able to resist her. Ling Fong said that she finally decided to show all her skills. After all, a 5th-level expert and 4th-level techniques correspond to the abilities of a 6th-level expert. This will be good training for him. Dong Shui told Ling Fong that he is very lucky, and therefore she will show him the most powerful attack that she is capable of. Ling Fong said that he had been waiting for this and shouted to quickly demonstrate her attack to him. And he demonstrated a retaliatory strike with a sword with a force of 1.5 tons. Using a heavenly level technique and a fire dragon sword, Ling Fong cut the stone into pieces. And after passing through the fire stone, Ling Fong said that he had reached her and dealt a crushing blow. Standing in front of her, he said that Dong Shui is very persistent and strong. But unfortunately she lost. Mo Yunzong Academy was very disappointed with the competition, because who would have thought that even Dong Shui would lose. Evil Moran said that Ling Fong would sooner or later become their most dangerous enemy in the academy. Mo Shan stood up and said that the competition is over, and Mo Yunzong's disciples are much stronger than before. But the head of the academy, Mo Yunzong, was surprised and said that the Linu Academy still has real talents with great potential. The head of the academy, Mo Yunzong, approached Ling Fong and said that this book was his reward, a black-level technique of the Mo Yunzong Academy, and let him treat her with care. And Elder Mo Shan handed him a weapon of the yellow level of the Linu Academy. Ling Fong was very happy and thanked both elders. Ling Fong told his sister that his body was much more powerful and he was not used to using weapons. And he gives her this precious sword. The happy sister took this precious sword into her arms and said that she would undoubtedly take care of it. Opening Ling Feng's book, he saw the chaotic rock-hitting technique used by Dong Shui, and he thought this technique was very cool. And they decided to hold an auction, shouting that the precious black-level technique of Mo Yunzong Academy, the starting price is 10 entry-level pills. Academy Elder Mo Yunzong saw this and said that this boy is so stupid, having acquired a black-level technique and does not perceive it as something valuable. But how did it occur to him to take it and sell it, he thought. And the elder decided to buy it. He took the opportunity to return their book. This is certainly better than letting people at Linu Academy practice it. But Elder Mo Shan also offered 15 pills. He decided to take the opportunity to buy it for their family, because this chaotic rock strike is an excellent technique. But with each dispute, the elders increased the stakes and increased them. Ling Fong, who was watching, was happy, because the more they argue, the more he will earn. But suddenly the beautiful Miss Bing Ming came and said that she was giving 100 entry-level pills. Elder Mo Shan said that Bing Ming is very cruel, the first sentence, and immediately such a big price. His pills are many, but not more than hers. Academy Elder Mo Yunzong decided to give 20 intermediate-level pills. And he told Ling Fong to use moderation, because 20 middle-level pills are enough to buy any black-level equipment on the market. But again Miss Bing Ming climbed in and offered 40 pieces. But Academy Elder Mo Yunzong couldn't leave the book to them and offered 50 intermediate-level pills. Taking the pills, Ling Fong thanked the elder. And he said that the next time you have such an opportunity to get rich, be sure to call him. As Dong Shui left, she told Ling Fong that today's competition was over. When they wait for the next competition between their schools, she will definitely destroy it. A joyful Ling Fong said that he was waiting for her call. And in his thoughts he realized that this Dong Shui is not simple. Although he defeated her, he ends up experiencing internal discomfort. But suddenly teacher Bing Ming crept up and put it to Ling Feng's throat and said that we haven't seen each other for a long time. Smiling Ling Fong was scared when he saw the tip of the sword and said, "Long time no see, Your Excellency." Bing Ming said to Ling Fong, apparently he has gained useful experience from the outside, but she doesn't know if his body can withstand several cuts from this black-level link. But the frightened Ling Fong said, "What are you doing, Your Holiness? He better go prepare the pills." But the smart Bing Ming asked him what other pills were available. "He has a lot of pills at the moment." Noble Ling Fong said that these pills were for the teacher. He respectfully handed them to Bing Ming and asked him to accept them. Taking the pills, Bing Ming said that it was a little too little. And he sent him to make pills. And he gave him 10 days, if he cannot make a pill in a solid state, then let him wait for it. The indignant Ling Fong said that 9 days would not be enough for him. And she asked that she wanted to kill him. Bing Ming agreed with him. And she said that he had 2 options: go prepare pills or die right now. Frightened, Ling Fong said, he will prepare some pills. And in my head I realized that this lady was very cruel. He had already made pills in solid form. But fortunately he did not die. But the dean approached them and said that he was definitely not mistaken, because he heard that Ling Fong saved the face of their academy to Lin. Placing his hand on Ling Feng's shoulder, he said that he was now able to defeat the best at the expert stage, an absolutely outstanding achievement. And the dean thinks that he should leave the alchemy faculty and move to him, become his student. But the indignant Miss Bing Ming did not like this and asked the abbot how he could come and host her. Hearing these words from Min Bin, the dean considered her evil, because only she knows how to keep students in fear. After all, Ling Fong is a real talent. The best option for developing his talent is martial art. Without hesitation, Ling Fong apologized to the dean and said that he preferred preparing pills. Joyful Miss Bing Ming realized that her charisma was too strong in front of them, and they had no chance. 10 days later, Ling Fong was still preparing the pills. But all the torment and attempts were pointless. The indignant Miss Bing Ming said that these 10 days, Ling Fong was alone and did not allow her to check on him. And as a result, she sees this? Ling Fong said, well, almost, and he wants to ask her to look at these 6 mid-level pills, and the successful preparation. Taking the pill in her hands, Miss Bing Ming said that Ling Fong is gifted in pill making. After all, he had promoted to a mid-level pill maker. Joyful, Ling Fong decided to ask Bing Ming for a weekend. But the indignant Bing Ming asked him why he needed the weekend again. Ling Fong said that he had discovered his own limitations and needed to calm down and reflect for a while. Otherwise, something similar to a furnace explosion may happen. Bing Ming said that a master in pill making is different from a martial arts expert. It is more about talent and intelligence than hard work. And you really need to think about this carefully. The teacher agreed to give him rest and gave him 10 days of rest. And if he doesn't return in 10 days, then she won't stand on ceremony with him. Surprised, Ling Fong said that he would definitely return. Sister hugged Ling Fong and told him to come back early and not make her worry about him. But when he left, he ended up in the wilderness. He said that he was Ling Fong, a martial arts talent who had reached the limit of a disciple level in his rebirth, so unexpectedly he would die here today. They took the wild animals and drove him up a tree. This has become the 5th level of martial arts expert. He realized that he had not yet fully recovered from the battle with Dong Shui, and right now he should not direct them towards himself. He was very careless. After all, the skin of these boars is strong and the meat is rough, but in spite of everything, he decided to attack them. I can't beat them, I can't run either. I guess he only has one choice left. He is now increasing his level of martial arts expert. After taking the pill, he reached the limit, but still wanted to fly up. After all, he began to feel that he was about to reach the top. At the student level, he would not be able to defeat the boars, but now one blow is enough, and this is the power of a martial arts expert. Ling Fong had broken through to the level of an expert. And none of these boars put pressure on him. He was confident that he could progress so quickly, cutting the boar and placing it on the stove. While eating, Ling Fong decided to thank him for being so delicious. But suddenly someone came out of the bushes and shouted for help. And they asked Ling Fong for help. Ling Fong asked who they are. And what are they doing here? They introduced themselves as students of MO Humor. And they said that they were not criminals, but that while they were getting practice, they came across a waterfall along the way. And there is a very stormy current there, you can simply die. Ling Fong said that the strength of the current in the waterfalls was very strong, but not to the point that they were so scared. The guys said that the problem is in the pool into which the waterfall flows. And he discovered a place there that had a golden sheen. Initially, they thought maybe these were some kind of healing agents or maybe some kind of powerful weapon. Who knows, maybe this light is capable of absorbing people's consciousness. He just looked, and a stabbing pain engulfed his eyes. And they ran away as quickly as possible, but about 10 of their brothers and mentors could die there. Ling Fong thought about the guy's words about the golden shine that can swallow a person's soul. While spending another day in the wilderness, Ling Fong found a waterfall that was powerful enough and a great place to harden his body. Ling Fong was being looked at because last night those 2 disciples of Mo Yun-sung were talking about the golden shine that should be here. But suddenly he saw a bright golden color in the water. And he jumped into the water after this light, because he thought that perhaps this was really some kind of thing. And indeed he felt that the closer he got, the more it hurt his eyes. When he reached the light he saw a dead flower. In addition to martial arts and body techniques, there is another type of technique in the land of Lentu. With the help of telekinesis, they are able to kill people. They are masters of spiritual techniques. But, however, anyone who wants to become a master of spiritual practice must first master telekinesis, and the golden flower is a kind of extinguisher of the souls of the dead. As he got closer, Ling Feng's body began to fail. He was captured by this flower and could not move. Having grabbed his throat, it was no longer easy for him to remain conscious. And he doesn't want to die this way. But suddenly a miracle happened, and something grabbed his forehead. It seems that it was that mysterious golden seal that suppressed the effect of the flower, and also penetrated into his soul. Stepping outside, Ling Fong watched the flower, which soon turned into a small golden sword. And Ling Fong himself began to feel some strange actions. And after some time he realized that he had acquired the skill of telekinesis. And I began to practice spiritual power. Ling Fong said that the very powerful power of telekinesis, to put it bluntly, is a threat to all life on Earth. The power of telekinesis is not a quick thing, and there is no need to rush. Now the most important thing is waterfall hardening. It is necessary to increase its ability to withstand a load of 3 tons. 10 days later, Miss Bingming saw that Ling Fong had not returned. Out of anger that he was taking advantage of her, she stuck the sword into the table. 10 days since Ling Fong trained in the wilderness at a waterfall. After he learned to withstand a load of 4 tons, he began to lose consciousness. But after a while, the guys from Linu Academy also reached the wilderness. The overpass of which was the dean himself. The dean said according to Ling Fong's capabilities, an expert-level werewolf would not threaten him, so he must have reached this mountain range. Miss Bingming said that he has been missing for a month. And she thinks that the dogs have probably already eaten him. Sister said that in words, Teacher Bingming is very angry, she is lonely, she sees that in her heart she is worried about Ling Fong, and this time she specifically asked the head of the search team to join the search. But suddenly they heard loud sounds, and the dean stopped and said that there was a huge werewolf in front of them. The sister shouted that it was Ling Fong. But when Ling Fong saw them, he was very happy and asked how they ended up here. Evil Min Bin told him that he is fine now, but she assumes he will have problems soon. After all, she gave him 10 days of rest, but he independently extended the rest, up to a whole month. Does he want to die? She asked. Hiding behind his sister, Ling Fong said that he was to blame. Next time he will never break his promise. Sister asked Ling Fong how did his skin become so snow-white? After all, it was darker before. Ling Fong said this is Ling Fong's 12th day in the wilderness. He remembers how he lost consciousness then. And his body became even better, and it seems that while he was in a coma, the load that his body can withstand increased to 4 tons. And apparently the hardening that Ling Fong said at the waterfall actually gives results. And he would like to continue. And in the past few days, the current has become stronger. The load has reached a force of 5 tons, said Ling Fong. 5 tons is the threshold. And if he had been even more assertive, he would definitely have achieved a breakthrough to a new level. And nothing really changed, and he was just swimming. And Ling Feng's body load threshold of 5 tons passed successfully. But that very seal stuck to Ling Feng's head is the seal of true water. Miss Bingming asked Ling Fong, was he swimming? He really enjoyed the beauty of nature here. The dean told Teacher Bingming that she was too aggressive. After all, it won't work that way, and you won't achieve results this way. Therefore, Ling Fong, the dean asked, would you like to consider leaving the alchemy faculty? After all, the dean would personally teach him martial arts, and would absolutely become the new martial arts genius of the new generation. Min Bin told the abbot that she needed to remind him of something. In 2 months, there will be an alchemist competition between the MANHUA academies, and Ling Fong is their special student in the alchemy department. And therefore, when it comes to the reputation of Linu Academy, this competition is very important. Apparently I'll have to try to lure him away next time. Ling Fong asked 2 months. This is very little. And he wondered how many participants were participating. Bing Ming said that 9 students from MOU Song would come, plus him, a total of 10 students. Ling Fong wondered if he could become the first of the 10. Angry, Bing Ming said that she would now shred him, because he could make the best pill and become the first. Bing Ming told Ling Fong to concentrate, because Mo Yunzong is very strong, his opponent will most likely be more than one top-level master. And so he should immediately prepare a top-level pill for her. Ling Fong decided that he would first make a top-level saw and use it to heal the cold soul and her sister. Ling Fong was trying to make pills. But every attempt was a failure. After all, these top-level pills were very complex. Ling Fong told Bing Ming that he thought he was close, but unfortunately his persistence was not enough yet. Miss Bing Ming said that he picked up a good pace. And there is nothing to worry about. Step by step and everything will work out. Ling Fong thanked the teacher and said that she was very kind to him. Miss Bing Ming told him to try hard, time is running out, and the main thing is that he try. The cunning Ling Fong said that it was good that he hid it and the teacher did not find it. Otherwise she would have taken the pill from him. The level of the pill is growing and the demands are also growing. If you want to achieve perfection, you need to train hard every day for several years. But Ling Fong is, after all, talented in alchemy, and unexpectedly was able to find such a way to prepare a pill. After all, you just need a little telekinesis. By focusing his mind on the pill-making process, the likelihood of success will immediately increase. The power of a spiritual master can materialize with great precision. The control of materialization in alchemy is in no way comparable to the abilities of the alchemist. And the success rate, said Ling Fong, almost 100%, and equal to it cannot be found anywhere. Ling Fong said that he should count. These days, behind Miss Bing Ming's back, in the end, how many pills above the level he secretly made. Miss Bing Ming said, even though Ling Fong constantly fails in preparing the pill, he respects the teacher, which means he can consider that there is progress. Even if he doesn't do even one top-level cut, he's still her good student. Joyful Ling Fong said that everyone saw what he prepared is his. He won't give even one pill to teacher Bing Ming. Bing Ming said that this boy, despite the tenfold series of failures, is getting better and listening to her more and more. And it's very easy to be a student. A month later, the boy tried every day. But why wasn't there a single successful day, she wondered. Entering the room, Ling Fong was scared because he saw the teacher. Miss Bing Ming said that because he hadn't taken the pill in a month, she came specially to take a look at his progress. Ling Fong asked her if she wanted to watch the process, because not everyone would like it. Miss Bing Ming supervised him while relaxing on the hammock. And she asked him if she was ready or not. After all, she was already tired of waiting. Ling Fong said that he was ready. While she was sleeping, he did everything. And he gave her one warm pill. Looking at it, she asked, "Is this a top-quality flight?" And she called him a parasite, because he finally made a top-level pill. "Good job, keep trying," she said. But suddenly, one pill fell from Ling Feng's pocket. And he realized that he was burned. Seeing this, Bing Ming said this is another top-quality pill. I didn't call him a scoundrel, because he had actually been able to prepare a top-level saw before. And she asked him to answer how many pills he ended up making secretly from her. Frightened, Ling Fong said not at all. Just these 2 things. But in fact, in his head he remembered that he had made about 100 pills. And if Bing Ming discovers them, then he is dead. Cutting his pants, Bing Ming discovered more pills. And she called him a nasty boy because he didn't show all the pills. Bing Ming said that he was terrible because she trusted him. And even if he doesn't expect to take something for himself, everything remains with her. Bing Ming said that she endured sincerely encouraging him, and he ended up playing with her. It seems that it is pointless to encourage and treat such a person well. Apparently it is better to be tough and strict, she thought. Previously, she believed that if he improved his alchemy skill this month, that would already be an achievement. But never even she could have thought that he would take and make top-level pills. The day of the competition has come. Sister asked Ling Fong if he was well prepared for today's alchemy competition. After all, she heard that Mo Yunsong has quite a lot of top-level alchemy masters. Bing Ming showed his sister that these were all top-level saws created by his brother. After all, the best teachers have better students. Under her guidance, Ling Fong became a top-level alchemy master. Ling Fong said that as for the best teachers, the best students, then this lady simply cleaned him out. Unfortunately, she doesn't yet know that he is not just some high-level alchemy master. Ling Fong said that he would definitely win the alchemy competition. And he already has a couple of trump cards ready for this competition. The dean told Ling Fong that they say the opponent is not weak at all. And I asked him if he was confident in himself. A joyful Ling Fong said that he was absolutely confident that he would be the best among all the students. Teacher Bing Ming said that there are 10 people in total and he will be the first. And if he can't take first place, then in the future he shouldn't even think about asking for a rest. Ling Fong said that alchemy is not very important and vacation is important. And he told the teacher to calm down, because these 9 are simply worthless, and watch how he smears them. Gossip said that Mo Yunsong's 9 students are extremely talented, there are already truly intelligent top-level alchemy masters. The guy said that then it would be difficult. After all, Ling Fong fights cool. But as for alchemy, will he be able to defeat the masters? But suddenly everyone shouted that Mo Yunsong's people had arrived. It was unexpected for them that Director Xia arrived in person. The dean said that this year is the first competition between the alchemists of the 2 academies, this is of great importance for their academy. And he greeted Elder Lin. But suddenly a student approached Ling Fong and asked if he was a unique student of the alchemy faculty of Linu Academy. They say he is very tough in a fight, what are his skills in alchemy, he asked. The disciples saw Ling Fong and said that he was still a child, and they thought that he was fighting all the time. And they are afraid that he doesn't understand anything about alchemy. Ling Fong simply watched them laugh. And he said when he wins them, they will cry. The dean said since both teams are ready, he is ready to declare the alchemy competition open. And she said that the competition will take place in 3 parts. The first part of the competition is to make a high-quality pill, no matter what level. The main thing is that the structure is compiled as efficiently as possible, and those whose pills are of the highest quality will go further. And after 4 hours you finish, and out of 10 participants, 5 move on. Alchemy student Mo Yunzong told Ling Fong that in the first part, 5 remain. She said that she thought Ling Fong would end this. Ling Fong said that he was not worried about dealing with them at all. And he decided to take a chaise longue from Bing Min to lie down. Miss Bing Ming wondered what this boy was doing, because during the first part of the competition, he suddenly decided to sleep. Elder Lin told Principal Xia that their disciple was indeed very unique. And he means that using such unusual methods will lead to loss. The dean said that this disciple has a very special way of thinking that they, as elders, cannot understand. Alchemy student Mo Yunzong said that she still wonders whether he is really talented. But in fact, he seems like a complete nonentity. Miss Bing Ming asked Ling Fong if he was going to ask for a day off. If he wins, she will give him 2 weeks off. But Ling Fong decided to set his own conditions and offered a month. Bing Ming agreed to his terms. But if he does not win, then she will make him remember what inhumanity is. Ling Fong said that he would definitely win and make them remember what inhumanity is. The disciples heard what Ling Fong was saying. And they said he was too arrogant. After all, he is very smug and talkative. And he doesn't care about them. Ling Fong said that it looked like he would have to show what he was capable of in alchemy to these students. Bing Ming saw a martial arts influx cyclone in the process. And Ling Fong surprises her more and more with his skills. The dean said that Ling Fong was incredibly surprised. Previously, he assumed that he was just in good physical shape and a master in alchemy. And now he cannot imagine that now he is not only in good condition, but has also reached the level of a martial arts expert. Sister Ling Fong noticed that he was growing very quickly. And time has flown by unnoticed since he became an expert in martial arts. The guys were also surprised that Ling Fong turned out to be an expert in martial arts. And the fact that he has incredible strength. Since Ling Fong grew up to be an expert in martial arts, it turns out he didn't have time to study alchemy, the guys said. In the process of obtaining the pill, Ling Fong calculated every step, and finally moved on to the power of telekinesis. But by that time, the guys from Mo Yunzong Academy had already prepared pills and congratulated each other. But they said that Lin is the coolest. Not only ideal quality but an average level pill. Elderly said that these guys are praising themselves again. Although the pills are only entry-level and mid-level, the quality is really good. The dean said that Mo Yunzong can create talent, there is nothing to say. But he became curious because 9 of Mo Yunzong's students had already completed the task, but why Ling Fong had not finished yet. There were only 15 minutes left. Ling Fong realized that he was doing badly, because the power of fire requires more strength and control than telekinesis. The guys from Mo Yunzong said that the 4th hour was about to end and then the boy wouldn't cook anything. And in their opinion, the competition can be ended. Bing Ming said given Ling Fong's skills, he should have finished first. Why is he taking so long, she thought. Did he have any unexpected difficulties? But there was a bang and smoke started pouring out. The guys from Mo Yunzong started laughing and said that they knew he wouldn't succeed. But suddenly he pulled out fried potatoes from the oven and said that it was difficult. Ling Fong told the teacher not to worry. After all, he did the sawing before them, it's just very boring to rest, so he cooked some potatoes. But suddenly he took out his pill. And Mo Yunzong's disciples were very surprised that he had created a top-level saw. Elderly took it in his hands and said that it was an exceptional talent. Not only did he make a top-level pill, but it was also of perfect quality. The sad boys from Mo Yunzong Academy hate him. And Ling Fong, smiling, wished them a good journey, because their paths diverge. Student Mo Yunzong ran into Ling Fong and said that this is only the first round. After lunch, there will be a second round, and they will tear him apart. Ling Fong told her not to rush so much. After all, as soon as the time comes, he will kill all 4 of them. The guys realized that this boy is terribly talented. And it's very difficult to make him fly out, and they need to come up with a plan. Elderly told the dean that Linu Academy had a really good student. The dean said that it was very kind of Elder Lin to do so. After lunch, the second part of the competition, but for now you can rest. The dean said that the second part of the competition is quantitative. Pill levels don't matter. He will do more in quantity and win. And after 8 hours, 3 participants will be eliminated. Academy student Mo Yunzong told Ling Fong that he was very daring. But will he have the courage to make top-level pills with her, she asked. Ling Fong said that this is what he needs. Make the highest quality pills. This is very interesting, and when the time is up, if she loses, he will give her a kick. The student agreed to his terms. And if he loses, she'll punch him in the pig's face. The dean told Ling Fong don't let yourself be fooled. If you make low-level pills, you can make more. Bing Ming told the director that there was no need to worry. After all, Ling Fong is very smart if he decided to accept the challenge. Rest assured that he can handle it. School student Mo Yunzong said that Ling Fong was caught. After all, only 2 will make it through the 3rd round, and she won't let him go further. After all, Ling Fong and she make top-level pills together, and therefore, due to the fact that there will be few of them, they will fly out. Ling Fong said that Mo Yunzong's people are so stupid, because they think that he doesn't see it, that it's a trick. And he decided it was time to demonstrate his first trump card. Disciple Lin said that he easily made 10 intermediate-level pills so that he could win for sure. Bing Ming said that the current situation is too dangerous. If Ling Fong wanted to be among the top 2, then at least he needed to make 8 pills, but however, he chose to make the top level. Academy student Mo Yunzong said that unfortunately she did not finish. Of the 5 top-level pills, she only completed 4. But fortunately, she harmed Ling Fong. After all, he hasn't finished yet and it looks like this is his first defeat that she left. But suddenly a stone jumped out and hit this student. It was Ling Fong who apologized and said that he didn't keep track of the time and the boiler exploded. But the joyful student told Ling Fong that his cauldron had exploded. And therefore, he lost. But Ling Fong told her not to be angry. and he threw one top-level pill to her as damage. Taking the pill, she said that he had managed to do something. However, if he did only one thing, then this is not enough to win. Ling Fong said if one is not enough for her, then he still has 9 more and can give it to her. Bing Ming is surprised that he made 10 top-level pills at a time. The boy unexpectedly quietly hid this maneuver. Even she didn't know anything. The dean said that he had previously learned that Ling Fong was extremely talented in martial arts, but he could not imagine that his talent in alchemy was even more terrifying. Elderly said that previously they made Lin Academy a disgrace, but who would have thought that now they themselves would become so worthless. Academy student Mo Yunzong was upset because all 3 of their students were killed by this kid. But Ling Fong shouted at her not to leave. And she asked that she forgot about their bet. After all, he hasn't given her a kick yet. Elderly said that this is just a network of consciousness based on alchemy, nothing more. And it seems to him that when using a bet, one should not resort to the use of martial arts. Academy student Mo Yunzong approached Ling Fong and did not tell him not to rejoice so early. After all, Brother Lin is a real genius of alchemy. After kicking her ass, Ling Fong said that in the 3rd round, he would definitely do it. Seeing this, Elderly said that even though he was not a martial arts expert, he was still very strong. Bing Ming told Ling Fong that tomorrow is the 3rd round and is he ready? After all, that Lin Shang Tian is very capable and dangerous. They say he became a top-level alchemy master several years ago. Ling Fong asked and what, that a high-level master? There's only one thing he's worried about. Teacher Bing Ming is still valid for a month of vacation, he asked. On the 2nd day, Lin Shan met Ling Fong and said that today he would completely destroy him. The smiling and strong Ling Fong told him that he was very self-confident. And his words will destroy him. But suddenly the dean came out and said at the 3rd round of the competition between the alchemists of the Linu and Mo Yunzong Academy was open. And in this battle, Ling Fong is against Lin Shang Tian. The dean said that the 3rd round of the alchemy competition will be held and whoever makes the best pill will be the winner. The duration of the round is 12 hours. Ling Fong said looking at the materials that Lin Shang chose, it looks like he is going to make a top-level heating saw. If his count is correct, then Ling Fong has won. Because he wants to make a mysterious level pill. Ling Fong said that sometimes the mysterious alchemy master can surpass any boundaries. The mysterious level pill she made is much better than just the top level. It can be said that this pill is missing half a step in order to reach the heavenly level, said Ling Fong. Elder Lin said that the Linwu Academy disciple is full of enthusiasm. And maybe this guy realized that he had problems. Bing Ming said that Elder Lin was praising too much. Elder Lin is extremely overconfident today, and she has a bad feeling about this. Ling Fong said that the liquid pill has been made, everything is going smoothly. But somewhere he saw a catch. After all, Lin Shang clearly understands that he is capable of making a top-level pill. He wondered why he was so confident in himself today. Clearly he has a method to defeat him. But he is still Mo Yunzong's strongest disciple. But suddenly he realized that Lin Shang could also make a mysterious level pill, and even a higher level. Now there is no point in making a mysterious grade pill, said Ling Fong. Even though he had never done this before, now he will have to take risks. And he decided that he needed a pill that was as free from impurities as possible. And he uses the essence of a martial arts expert and injects it into the pill. The dean was surprised that he raised the air in the oven for cooking. He asked Bing Ming, is there such a method for preparing pills? Miss Bing Ming also didn't understand what this boy was up to. After all, she had never seen him make pills this way. During the process, Ling Fong repeated that he needed to inject the essence of a martial arts expert into the formation of the pill. But suddenly Lin Shang said that he was ready. Elder Lin said despite the fact that this warming saw, it has reached a mysterious level in addition to this top-grade quality. Last night, Elder Lin told Lin Shang that based on the methods of Ling Fong that he saw, the elder is sure that he does not yet know how to make a heavenly level pill. Most likely, he only knows how to make a mysterious level pill. However, Lin Shan already have many years of experience in preparing the mysterious level pill. If this boy has the ability to make mysterious level pills, then it is still impossible for their quality to surpass his quality, said elderly. Bing Ming said that yesterday the victory was too easy, and this made her underestimate her opponent. The dean told teacher Bing Ming to be patient. After all, Ling Feng's disciples' eyes are burning and he does not give up. Ling Fong said to himself in his mind that he would prepare a pill that was much better than the mysterious grade pill. Bing Ming could not understand what Ling Fong was doing in the end. After all, in the third part of the competition, as always, he finishes last. Is it possible to do everything faster? The disciples said that Lin Shang had made a mysterious level pill so early. It looked like Ling Fong would no longer be able to defeat him. Well, suddenly a ball came out of the oven. Having grabbed him, Ling Fong just did not understand what the final result would be. Lin Shang was surprised that Ling Fong had already done so. The student told him not to worry. After all, as she sees it, the quality of what Ling Fong did is no good. Bing Ming walked up to him and asked what kind of pill he made in the end. And he handed her a black pill. The students said that Ling Fong was just fooling them. His teacher also cannot recognize his pill. Elder Lin asked to look at that pill. But Bing Ming said that she was not in this section, and they would simply admit defeat. The student told teacher Bing Ming, this is just a competition after all. Since her student has already made the pill, why not let them watch it to broaden their horizons, she said. Elder Lin told Master Bing Ming if he saw correctly, then it must be a heaven-level pill. The dean was surprised because the heavenly-level pill was still a level higher than the mysterious-level pill. In fact, Bing Ming said that the quality of this pill is very poor, which makes it completely ugly, but it is a real heaven-level pill. Miss Bing Ming realized that this boy had already achieved a heavenly level of real talent at this age. She was afraid that the people in Mo Yunzong would hate him, so she wanted to admit defeat, but she couldn't keep it a secret. Elderly said that Mo Yunzong actually lost. The dean thanked them for their fair competition. The dean announced that the winner of this competition was Linhu Academy student Ling Fong. The students of Linhu Academy said that Mo Yunzong's followers have reached the point where they do not hesitate to come to them at Linhu Academy and show off. One heaven-level pill immediately put everything in its place. Distressed student Mo Yongzong said that all this infuriates him. They came to bury the academy, but suddenly lost. Academy student Mo Yunzong said that in a few years, Brother Lin will definitely be much cooler than this boy. Lin Shang said that she was wrong. After all, the boy overcame the limit of his capabilities right during the competition by making a heavenly level pill. His level of talent is extremely high. Perhaps he himself will not reach such a level in his entire life. The student said that then they would wait for the competition between Linhu and Mo Yunzong, and then they would allow their other students to settle the score by avenging Brother Lin. The student said, but then we will have to wait several months. Just like today, they will come back and immediately call all the brothers and sisters. They will go into the wilderness and create real hell for the students of Linhu Academy, torturing them to death. Elder Lin said that Ling Fong so little you have such talent in alchemy, in fact they are very jealous of them. Ling Feng's talent is very outstanding and will probably bring him a lot of trouble. Judging by Elder Lin's behavior, Mo Yunzong's followers do not want Ling Fong to develop further, said the dean. The dean told Bing Ming that the guy's abilities are already known to everyone, and he is afraid that Mo Yunzong's people will treat him very badly. And Linhu Academy cannot lose such a guy. And in his opinion, they should teach martial arts to Ling Fong so that he has the ability to defend himself. Bing Ming said that the director is definitely right. But if you are distracted by this training, then no matter what your talent, you will not be able to succeed in either martial arts or alchemy. The dean asked what the guy himself wanted. But Ling Fong actually said that he wanted a vacation. Bing Ming, as soon as a month has passed, he needs to come back and show her. And excuses are not allowed. The dean told Ling Fong that if there were any questions regarding martial arts in the future, he could always contact him. Ling Fong said, although the director praised him, his ancestors were great martial artists, compared to them, this is a higher level. The guy came home and told Goldie that these few days have been quite successful, and these top-level pills are his reward. Praising Goldie, he had now turned into a ferocious beast of a second-level martial arts expert. And starting tomorrow, when he is not at home, he will guard his sister, said Ling Fong. The sister told the guy that during these days that he gave her the pills, she had reached the first level of a martial arts expert. The guy decided to congratulate his sister, because now everyone in their house is an expert in martial arts. Apparently the pills were very good. The pills are very good, but unfortunately teacher Bing Ming remains at the 7th level of martial arts novice. And the area of the body in which vital energy is stored is called Dantian. And teacher Bing Min has a problem with her, so there is no growth beyond the 7th level. And you can even develop your abilities, but it will still be of little use. The guy said that with such a problem, pills are unsuitable for her and it's a shame. His sister told him to stop talking about it. After all, he is leaving tomorrow, and she wants to feed him this evening. The guy said that with the help of telekinesis he can create an arrow that pierces metal and stones and it will kill any enemy. My sister went outside and thought she heard the sound of an explosion. Why did she ask the guy for such loud sounds? Ling Fong said that he was just taking pills all night, and he was very exhausted, so he made a little noise. The guy realized that the arrow of the ancestors is indeed dangerous, and so far he has not been using it consistently. Although the force is not enormous, it is quite possible that a person will not even notice this arrow. On the way to the mountain descent, the guy noticed people. He asked exactly the academy student Lena, and what happened to them. They said that Mo Yunzong's people were bullying others. They sent disciples into the wilderness to pursue those who came out. That's what it's all about, said the guy. After all, Mo Yunzong's students are asking for conflict with him, and they take out their anger on others. But the guy realized that in recent days he had been doing nothing else but alchemy. And how good it is that last night he broke through to the 4th level. After 3 days, Mo Yunzong's people became emboldened to mock them. After all, they can no longer cope. The students said that 3 days ago 2 groups of their students went out. And as a result, 10 students from Linu Academy were beaten one after another. The second student said that such bullying was happening to them, and some students were severely beaten. Why are the teachers and elders of Linu Academy silent? He asked. But the guys told him to cool down, because this is a disagreement between the students, the elders should not have a hand in it. And Mo Yunzong students are stronger than them here, there are no options. But suddenly one student came and said that there was good news. Their best student, Di Xian, showed up and now headed straight into the wilderness. The guy was happy about this news. And he said that brother Di Xian is very strong, he will definitely tear apart Mo Yunzong's disciples. But suddenly bad news came that Di Xian fought with Mo Yunzong's disciples and lost, and all his bones were broken. But suddenly one guy ran in and said there was good news. It turns out there is one student from their Linu Academy, and he hides his face under a mask. While in the Mingyu Gorge, he was one of 3 large groups of Mo Yunzong's disciples. And then in the Dragon Gorge, and then one-on-one, he defeated 6 of Mo Yunzong's best students. The guys were wondering what the name of this student in the mask is. The student said that he introduced himself, and his name is the student of the Linu Ling Fong Academy. Having passed the 6th best student, Ling Fong said that he was also no good. And taking a brush, he painted a large turtle on his face. But suddenly 2 more students crept up behind him and asked him how he dared to beat his brother. They said that all the best students of Linu Academy were beaten, and how dare he stick his head out. Ling Fong told them that he was asking the best student to find him, and let them rest. But now Mo Yunzong knows that it was Ling Fong. The disciple realized that all 3 martial arts experts were at least level 6. Looks like you can't underestimate this guy. But the guys said that he couldn't beat them. After all, the entire wilderness is in their power, Linu Academy cannot do anything. Academy student Mo Yunzong said since Linu Academy considers him their hope, then they should just destroy all their hopes. The students of Mo Yunzong Academy decided to split up in order to finish him off as quickly as possible. But one of the students saw his brother and asked who did this. While Ling Fong was standing on a tree, he asked if the turtle he drew looked good. After striking the blow, Academy student Mo Yunzong realized that this boy was very strong. No one would have thought that he would beat him with one blow. The guy told brother Lin Yu that he should be careful. while Ling Fong said that another big turtle came. In the Mingyu Gorges, several of Mo Yunzong's best disciples lost to Ling Fong, leaving only Long Yu. The guys said that Ling Fong is extremely dangerous. A student from Mo Yunzong Academy asked why everyone at Linu Academy is so happy. After all, when Long Yu destroys Ling Fong, they will all immediately have to leave the wilderness. The second student supported him. He said that there were rumors that Ling Fong was a 5th-level expert, but their brother Lin Yu had already been a 9th-level expert for a long time, a little more and he would break through to the master level. It's impossible for him to lose. Suddenly one of the guys said that Ling Fong had arrived. He said that Ling Fong was too cowardly to come. But suddenly Ling Feng's voice was heard. And he asked this guy, what does he want to hit in the head? Lin Yu's other friend stood up and asked, is he Ling Fong? The guy said it right and his full name is Ling Fong Tian. Ling Fong ordered him to tell him how to beat him. Lin Yu did not like this and considered it arrogance and threatened to blow it up. Lin Yu used a yellow level 5-element technique out of anger. Ling Fong said that he dared to compare his fighting techniques with him. But Ling Yu was so slow that Ling Fong passed next to him and he didn't even notice it. Ling Fong said that Lin Yu is incredibly self-confident. And it will be inappropriate to hit with full force. And unfortunately, Ling Fong cannot use the Dragon Fire Sword Strike. After all, there are a lot of people here, they catch your eye and attract a lot of attention. Luckily Ling Fong said, his precious body is quite flexible and strong, otherwise he would have already been seriously injured. But suddenly Lin Yu came to his senses and said that he himself was provoking him. Seeing him, Ling Fong realized that his power had increased. He reached the level of a martial artist. He used a heaven-level technique against Ling Fong. The impact of the two-stage disc also merged the discs together into the bargain. Seeing this, the guys said that Lin Yu is incredibly dangerous, this battle can be considered over. The guys from Linu Academy said that Lin Yu already had 1 foot at the level of a martial artist, and Ling Fong was in real danger. These attacks left Ling Fong with no options. And along the way he saw that this would be a tough clash. And he decided to strike back. But suddenly Lin Yu rushed past Ling Fong. And he noticed that Ling Yu changed the way he fought, and Ling Fong made a mistake. Lin Yu said that Ling Fong is indeed tenacious since it didn't kill him. He decided to use the Devil Sword attack. While holding the blow, Ling Fong said that in addition to his body being able to bear heavy loads, he also had good movement speed. And Ling Yu shouldn't be too complacent. Being alone naked at the level of a martial artist is not very dangerous. After striking Ling Yu, he told Ling Fong to stop. After all, his blows are absolutely no good. Ling Fong said that Lin Yu has a very strong defense. And he relies only on the Overlord's blow, and is afraid that this will not be enough to penetrate his armor. But Ling Fong came to his senses and stood up and said funny. But Lin Yu still believes that he will not break through his armor, asked Ling Fong. This trump card is a retaliatory strike. Ling Fong originally did not want to use it. But this is all because Lin Yu himself provoked him. Ling Fong used one technique from the ancestral spirits, the secret absorption technique. Lin Yu could not understand where Ling Fong got such great strength. What will he do now? Ling Fong asked, having overcome him with his unparalleled power of ancestral spirits. The guys from Mo Yunzong Academy said that the newly minted martial artist lost to a 5th-level expert. This is some kind of nonsense. Ling Fong said that from now on, Mo Yunzong's followers were not allowed to enter this wilderness area. Otherwise, everyone he saw will be beaten. Distressed students at Mo Yunzong Academy said they would now only go to dangerous wilderness areas to study. Ling Fong noticed that in the crowd there were people higher than him, and the atmosphere was so heavy. It's good that no one is following. The takeover move is incredible. But even with such a strong body, Ling Fong was damaged. Moreover, after defeating Lin Yu, he had used up most of his energy, and now his body was in great pain. But suddenly someone behind him told Ling Fong that he was caught. Who is he? Ling Fong asked in surprise. Ling Fong didn't understand what was going on. After all, this man suddenly appeared behind him, and he didn't even suspect anything. Taking off his mask, he said that Ling Fong did not need to know who he was. Seeing him, Ling Fong said trouble and quickly ran away. This stranger asked Ling Fong, "Does he want to run away?" He figured it out quickly, but unfortunately he won't run away from death. Ling Fong said that this stranger is very fast. His level is higher than expert, which is 2 levels higher than him. Even when full of strength, Ling Fong is afraid that he will not be suitable as an opponent, let alone when he has damage. But Ling Fong realized that he was doing badly. After all, this huge river is full of evil spirits. If an evil spirit enters his body, death occurs instantly. Why did the stranger stop and ask? Telling Ling Fong that he could run across the river. Ling Fong said that Mo Yun Song would be of great importance to him since he had already sent a martial arts expert for him. The stranger said that Ling Fong was very funny. And he really wants to kill him, but as Ling Fong could see, he gave him a chance to escape. Unfortunately, Ling Fong was unable to hide from him. After all, Ling Fong beat the students of Yetsong Academy outside, and made them suffer shame in the competition. And this time he will be subjected to torture. After all, Ling Fong still hoped to deceive everyone by hiding his face. Ling Fong realized that Mo Yusong had been plotting something against him for a long time. And he was very angry about it. The stranger said that Ling Fong was right, because Mo Yuong Academy was very seriously interested in him, and especially he was waiting for Ling Fong to be as vulnerable as possible, for reliability. Ling Fong told him to cut chicken with an ox knife. You need to be very cowardly. After all, they are followers of Mo Yetsong, all sad and shameless little people. Ling Fong realized that there was no way out, because behind him was the Annan River. Inside it death would definitely await him, and all that remained was to fight to the end. The stranger said that Ling Fong's body strength was greater than he expected, a real skill. It's a pity but it will die. After falling into the river, Ling Fong said that the evil spirits would eat his heart and bones, and this time he would not escape. The stranger jumped after Ling Fong, because he assumed he was trying to get away from him. The stranger said that this river was incredibly dangerous. If a lot of time passes, it will be difficult for experts to avoid death. So you need to act quickly. Having hit Ling Fong with the attack, the guy asked his sister for forgiveness, saying that he did not think that he would die like this here. While the guy's sister felt something. And she said that she heard Ling Fong calling her for help. Miss Bing Ming told Lin Chin that she certainly understood that her sister was worried about her brother. But now no one knows where he is, and there is nothing they can do. Ling Fong was ambushed and realized that against such a strong crater his chances of survival were very minimal. The stranger said that Ling Fong was more dangerous than he thought. So, he would not hesitate and attacked with a heaven-level move. From such colossal attacks, Ling Fong realized that he could not hide. All that remains is to resist to the last. He also has another ace up his sleeve, which he decided to use a celestial-level telekinesis attack. Stopping arrows. But one arrow pierced his broad chest. And he was upset that he did not have time to use the attack. The stranger said that Ling Fong was very gifted, but he was still only a martial artist. Seeing that he was still alive, the stranger did not understand how this was possible. And suddenly something exploded. The stranger said that he never thought that Ling Fong would turn out to be a spirit master. And his talent is incredibly intimidating. A joyful Ling Fong said that he had won after all. The martial arts expert finished off the expert. A real miracle. And this is where his life ends, he thought. Once in the funnel, he was thrown somewhere unknown. Opening his eyes, he wondered if he had really died yet. He didn't understand, because he seemed to be occupied by the funnel. And how he got to this place, he could understand. And I saw some way out. But he won't be able to get out either, because his wounds are too severe. Evil spirits have entered his body, and there is no cure for it. But suddenly he saw a golden shine behind the stone. Looking at them, he thought they were brushes of gold. Taking it from hand, he could not believe his eyes and began to count these pieces. And he started with exactly 15 pieces. These golden stones are amazing. Their brilliance reflects the incredible power of the earth and sky. Finding one such stone is a rare success, but he found 15. With this, he will not only be able to be cured of evil spirits, but will also be able to sanctify his body. So he will be able to break through to a new level of his capabilities. This is the reward for such torment, Ling Fong shouted. He said there is not a second to waste, and it is time to drive away the evil spirits to where they belong. After taking a piece of this gold, Ling Fong did not expect that she would have such powerful solar energy. Thanks to this gold, he not only regained his strength, but also became more powerful and dangerous than before. These golden stones are of rare value, said Ling Fong. And he must pick up from, with the help of the bottom he can help his sister. And Ling Fong remembered that teacher Bing Ming also has problems in the Dantian area. After all, there is a possibility that these stones will have a wonderful effect on her too. And he can take advantage of the opportunity. And he realized that it was time to leave, said Ling Fong. And he wondered what kind of place was outside. Climbing up the top mountain, Ling Fong saw a very beautiful landscape and felt such cool air. Seeing the huge waterfall, he thinks he could cultivate there. These are the golden monkeys of the second-level martial artist. But suddenly these monkeys got angry and Ling Fong said that she was very vigilant. He had never encountered them before, but the golden stones enhanced his abilities. And now they won't find it enough. There are still 20 extra days of vacation left. He will just have a good practice at the level of martial arts mastery. But days passed and Ling Fong returned home screaming. His sister met him and said that all this booty, compared to the last one, seemed much heavier. Ling Fong said of course, because he had been practicing very hard for a month in the wilderness. Now his beautiful body can withstand a load of 20 tons, and the impact force is now 10 tons. My sister said that once he came back, it was already good. And she said that she had prepared meat soup for him and invited him to eat. Having eaten, Ling Fong said how good her sister is at cooking. But I remembered about the golden stones and decided to give my sister one. In the wilderness, he used up 4 gold stones, which helped him break through 2 levels. And he is already a level 7 expert. Taking the stone, she was surprised that it was a wonderful stone, a heavenly shine. She told Ling Fong that she did not need this wonderful thing and let him keep it for himself. Ling Fong told her that this stone was just for her. And he still has 10 pieces. This will not only help her progress, it will also help cure her ailment. The sister said that during these few days, thanks to his pills, her illness did not bother her. But Ling Fong said that he needed to get rid of the disease completely. And he will not rest on this. Taking the stone in her hands, the sister was delighted. Ling Fong said that using this stone could be painful and she should be patient. Just be patient and there won't be any problems. Sister told Ling Fong that she understood. And she said that he was tired this month, let him go to bed. Let's drink this stone. She was consumed by such pain that she said that she could not be a burden to Ling Fong. And he wants to become stronger. When Ling Fan woke up the next morning, he could not find his sister. And he ordered Goldie to go look for his sister with him, while his sister was by the river and couldn't believe her eyes. After all, this stone changed her face so much that Ling Fong would be shocked. But when he saw his sister, he said something that was very beautiful. Ling Fong said that they should go up the mountain and show everyone how beautiful it is. The girl ran after him and shouted that she was happy to be his sister. Ling Fong also said that he was happy. Ling Fong said that his sister was cured of her illness and became incredibly beautiful. And now he is calm for her. Arriving at the academy, the guys could not understand who she was. They assumed that she was not studying at Linu Academy, and how they had not noticed her before. Moran asked what was going on. After all, these Linu Academy students weren't looking at her at all. Lin Chin didn't know why so many people were looking at her. And she started to feel a little shy. When she came to teacher Bing Ming, she asked if this was her special student. We haven't seen each other for a whole month, she probably came stronger, she said. Ling Fong said, yes, we haven't seen each other for a whole month. And teacher Min Min, you have gained a little weight again, he said. Pulling out the sword and putting it to Ling Feng's throat, she said that she had just seen his sister suddenly become incredibly beautiful. Say he brought something useful. Ling Fong said that in fact, everything is simple. Last night a star fell from the sky right on her sister. after which her sister immediately changed. Teacher Bingming was not satisfied with this answer and she pulled out a second sword. Seeing this, Ling Fong said that in fact, this is one of the golden roots. When you pick it up, an unusual atmosphere is immediately created. Hearing this, she was very happy. And Xuanshi said this to the golden stones that she dreamed of. She asked if he still had Xuanshi stones. She said that in return she would give 10 sacred pills. 1 stone will be enough for her. Ling Fong said that he had already made heaven-level pills in the alchemy competition, and 10 pills would not be enough. So how about trading for 30 sacred pills, he asked. Bingming said that he is a very good student and unceremonious. Since he wants 30 pills, she agrees. Ling Fong took the pills and said that they were of poor quality and she needed to continue to work hard. And taking out a stone from his pocket, he handed it to her and said that this stone was hers to Xuanshi. Holding pills in hands, Bingming said that her vital energy dantian is disturbed. This does not allow her to overcome the 7th level of martial arts student. Moreover, because of this, she cannot develop in alchemy. And now, finally, her dantian problem can be cured, and she can also further develop in alchemy. Bingming told Ling Fong to go and make pills. And she needs to go treat her ailments. Ling Fong said if there was another person, he would have asked for several hundred pills or not at all. Ling Fong remembered that he should also practice pill making. It is said that teacher Bingming spent years to make 100 kinds of heaven-level pills. And he wondered how long it would take him. 10 days later, Ling Fong had already made the 3rd kind of heaven-level pills. This is simply incredible speed. But suddenly he heard a voice asking him to leave. Standing at the door, Ling Fong said that this is the girl he defeated recently. She said that she was telling Ling Fong that his days were numbered. After all, Mo Kong's elder brother Mahjong came and asked if he was Ling Fong. Ling Fong smiled and said that it was he, the famous one. And who is asking? Asked Ling Fong. Mo Kong said that Ling Fong once injured her sister, and today he will return everything to him double. Ling Fong said that she had offended his sister back then. Naturally he couldn't help but reassure Moran. Mo Kong said that he doesn't care about the color of gold. An ordinary show will not withstand even one blow. Ling Fong said that he doesn't care who he is, a student of Linu Academy or who came from somewhere, since he dared to challenge then get it. Mo Kong said that this boy's golden energy is not easy, the ability does not correspond to the 7th level of a martial arts expert. Having pulled out all his anger, he said, however, this will not happen, because he is a 7th level martial artist. Seeing Mo Kong's attack, Ling Fong realized that his actual abilities at the moment were roughly equivalent to a 3rd level martial artist, but he could not defeat him. If he is not capable now, then he can only use his spiritual abilities. Only then, perhaps Ling Fong will make a fuss, and it will not be a bad end. But suddenly Miss Bingming told them to stop. And she told Mo Kong that he had become insolent. He took it and came to fight with her student from the Faculty of Alchemy. Bingming said originally Mo Lon bullied Lin Qing, then she was punished. Mo Kong, does he really not see justice? She asked. Mo Kong said that Bingming does not take anything into account. However, her position within the academy is high. And he cannot argue with the alchemy teacher. Ling Fong said that she defeated Mo Yinsong students in the martial arts and alchemy competition, and this is a great achievement for the academy. And if Mo Kong is so talented, then at the competition between the Linu Academy and Mo Yunzong, fight with their best fighters, and not show off here. Mo Kong said once the competition wants, he is ready. And asked Ling Fong if he dared to fight him as part of the competition. Without thinking for a long time, Ling Fong agreed to his terms and said that during the competition he would beat him in front of everyone. Mo Kong said that today, due to Bingming's interference, there is no option to deal with Ling Fong. But in 4 months he will figure out how to shoot honestly, and no one will be able to interfere. Lin Ming said to Ling Fong, something was too rash. This Mo Kong provokes him socially. Teacher Bingming told Ling Fong that he was annoying her. After all, Ling Fong is a master of alchemy, and why the hell would he fight with him, she asked. Ling Fong said that he and this Mo family must come to some kind of decision early or congratulations, there is no escape from this. Besides, he still has 4 months to train, no need to worry. Okay, dear teacher, said to Ling Fong. And asked how is her Dantian energy? Was his stone wasted? Bing Ming said that the Dantian energy has been successfully restored, and she has already reached the first level of martial arts expert. Ling Fong said that he was very happy for her, because now they are all martial arts experts, and they all have this golden energy. 20 days later, Ling Fong blew up the furnace again. But it's too difficult to make 10 pills at a time, only 5 were successful. However, no matter what you say, these are already 20 heaven-level pills. It seems to Ling Fong that he does not need much time, and he can develop well in the skill of preparing heaven-level pills. Ling Fong said that Miss Bing Ming has a merciless beauty. This girl is extremely terrifying, she always pulls out her blade with or without reason. Ling Fong said that he just made one thing and it came. Taking it in her hands, she said that this was a pill of the highest quality. Miss Bing Ming said time flies very quickly, and half a year has already passed since he passed the Linhu Academy certification in the alchemy department. She decided to tell him another piece of news tomorrow is another certification of Linhu Academy. He is the best student of the alchemy faculty. On behalf of the alchemy faculty he will accept new students. The next day, certification at the academy was held on Mount Linhu. Chi Yun, the daughter of the Fengcheng family, said the mountain is so steep, it was not for nothing that she walked so far to participate in the certification. Ao Ding from the Ao family told her that she was right to come. Over the past 6 months, Linhu Academy has become the most honorable. Li Meng said that Linhu Academy has become incredibly prestigious in these 6 months, just worth the success of Ling Fong, the master of the alchemy department. It is said that during an open competition, he took and beat Mo Yinsong students with one stick. And at the alchemy competition he created something amazing. Chi Yun confirmed Li Meng's words. And in their Fengcheng family, everyone used to come to Mo Union, but now she specially came to Linhu Academy to study alchemy. The dean said that the guys who are trying to get into the alchemy faculty must undergo testing at Mount Linhu. And then dear Ling Fong will conduct the selection. Chi Yun saw Ling Fong and was surprised by his beauty. And sister Lin Chin walked next to her with Goldie. And everyone is so cute. Elder Zhu said that at the assessment 6 months ago, Ling Fong took and bypassed their children for testing and they also lost their money. However, the elder of the Li family said, Ling Fong is their genius in alchemy. And it would be most beneficial to be friends with him now. But if you anger him even a little, the events of 6 months ago will repeat again. The dean repeated that the rules are not complicated, as always, they need to climb to the highest possible height for them. And he ordered everyone to climb the mountain. 2 hours later, the elders of the Li family said that their guys were already at the 30th stage, and they would be accepted. Second elder said that they didn't have to reach the 90th stage like Ling Fong, as long as it was without incident. The dean said that although the results of 2 families are good, several children who came from far away also perform well. At this rate, within a few years, Linhu Academy will overtake Mo Yunzong Academy in every way. The stranger said that 2 hours had already passed. And 50 steps have not yet been completed. Linhu Academy accepts such students every year, she asked. What kind of budding talent is this guy? Asked loudly. It immediately became clear to him that this was garbage. The dean, seeing him, remembered that several years ago, during the certification of the Dinu Academy, Wu Yu climbed to the 55th step, becoming a student of the academy and receiving their recognition. However, he has an arrogant character, a lot of evil intentions, envy and dirty tricks towards his mentors. And as a result, the dean kicked him out of the academy. The evil dean asked Wu Yu why he came to Linhu Academy. To which Wu Yu laughed and said that now he is a follower of Ing Tsong, this small academy of theirs is of no concern to him at all. Frowning his eyebrows, the dean asked Ing Tsong's follower. Ing Tsong is one of the strongest academies in Shenwu. Linhu Academy is no match for them. The dean could not even think that Wu Yu had taken it and ended up there. Wu Yu said that in some century he was in the mood to come and see, he couldn't imagine that there wouldn't be any talent here. But in fact, small gates are for small people. But suddenly some man started yelling at him, saying that he was too crazy. And when he inflicted severe wounds on his brother, he had not yet settled with him. Looking at the man, Wu Yu called him an insignificant loser who dared to shout something else in his direction. And he ordered his pet to shred this man. The man was surprised. Asshole, he is only a third-level martial arts expert. Is this leopard really a fourth-level expert? The man said that the leopard is incredibly fierce. The same as his bloodthirsty owner. He is fiercer than Ling Fong's golden lion. The dean became angry and shouted at Wu Yu that he had had enough. And he said that if he is a student of Ingtsong, this does not mean that he can be willful here. Wu Yu said that the director was quite impressive. He is a successful student of Ingtsong, he came to exchange experiences. Does Linu Academy really not even have successors, and the director has to act himself? The dean said this boy was completely insolent. The dean is by no means older than the generation, and he cannot speak against him, otherwise it will look dishonest. The pet approached Wu Yu. And the guy told the leopard, whoever dares to approach, let him immediately tear him to pieces. But suddenly he took off and said that he had come to Mount Linu to measure his strength with everyone. Standing on the steps, he sighed with his hands and laughed, saying that the students of Linu Academy were so frail that they made him disappointed. The dean realized that Wu Yu intended to disrupt the certification by taking and throwing all the guys back. Looking at Wu Yu, Ling Fong said that this guy is cutting him off, it's too corny. But suddenly Ling Fong asked Goldie if he saw that leopard. And he ordered him to tear it for him. After beating the leopard, Chi Yun realized that this kid is so cool. Having beaten a beast of a fourth-level martial arts expert, he was as tough as his master. Decaz laughed and said when you follow the example of such a master, it's hard for him not to be strong. Seeing this, Wu Yu realized that this lion was a sixth-level martial arts expert. Since he beat his leopard, Wu Yu wants to take it for himself. But Ling Fong's sister came up to Goldie and stroked his rock, he didn't get angry. Seeing this, Wu Yu said to pack them both for him. Seeing this, the guys said that Wu Yu is so brave, he takes and flirts with Ling Qing right in front of Ling Fong. But the evil Ling Fong said that he dared to disrespect his sister. Wu Yu told Ling Fong not to show off. He wants to speak from Linu Academy, but he's still a sucker. Wu Yu told him that he was waiting for him upstairs. If he wants to compete, then let him catch up. But the calm Ling Fong simply sat down and watched as far as this guy could get. Having reached the 66th stage, Wu Yu waved his hand and said that this was the biggest record of the Linu Academy. Ling Fong laughed and asked him if he was crazy. The best record has been updated a long time ago. Wu Yu said there is no need to exaggerate. Over there is the top of Linu Mountain. He admits that he didn't climb, and let Ling Fong show him what he's capable of. The dean shouted to Ling Fong that it was time to show him what he was capable of. Taking all his strength, Ling Fong told him that he would show him what it is called to climb a mountain. Wu Yu couldn't believe his eyes and said that it was unreal. Ling Fong told him that the highest stage was overcome by him 6 months ago. Ling Fong grabbed him by the scruff of the neck and said that he had just admitted that he was unable to climb to the top. Then now Ling Fong will help him with this. Wu Yu shouted that he would return. But Ling Fong told him no, because the mountain was too high for him. Wu Yu asked Ling Fong, is he able to climb to the top of the mountain so easily? Ling Fong got angry and said that he didn't need to know who he was. The main thing for him to remember is that he beat Wu Yu. Wu Yu asked that he dared to fight him. And he remembered it. Ling Fong told him that he had treated his sister badly, and how could he turn a blind eye to that? Ling Fong asked, but Wu Yu told him not to hit him, because he is Ing Tsong's disciple, and if Ling Fong hits again, Ing Tsong won't leave it like that. Taking him by the shirt, Ling Fong remembered that he was Ing Tsong's representative, and out of respect, he would give it his all. Seeing this sight, the dean began to laugh and said that Ling Fong was physically very good, and he finally showed his power. Chi Yun said that Ling Fong is so cool and the alchemy department is incredibly cool, and she should go there. As Ling Fong left, he said, who would have thought that Ing Tsong's students were so worthless? Taking him by the scruff of the neck, Ling Fong begged him down. Wu Yu did not like this and told them to wait, because he would return. The dean told everyone to calm down because this burden was gone. And the certification of Linu Academy begins anew. 4 hours later, Ling Fong shouted to Miss Bingming faster here. and quickly save him. Ling Fong said that so many young girls want to enroll in the alchemy faculty. Quickly think of something, Ling Fong said to Miss Bing Ming. Bing Ming said it was great. Let him continue the selection. After all, recruiting powers were transferred to him. Ling Fong told everyone that each of them would copy what they needed from this alchemy notebook. In 3 days there will be certification in alchemy. Whoever is better will stay. Bing Ming told Ling Fong that she didn't know he was in such high demand. Ling Fong said that he didn't really need it. It's really hard to deal with so many girls. But suddenly Chi Yun came and said that she wanted to ask Ling Fong a question. She said that sapling flower and asters are very similar in properties. Can they be used together? Ling Fong said that they can be used together. But the fruits of the saplings have other medicinal properties. It will be difficult to use them at the same time. Of course, if you control everything well, then it is possible. Chi Yong asked Ling Fong how is it going. Ling Fong said that it might seem, and after that, Chi Yun simply melted. Ling Fong was so exhausted that he told Bing Ming that he was passing it on to her. And he needs a day off. And he will be gone for about 2 weeks. Bing Ming laughed and said that Ling Fong could not cope with the soap of young girls, because he himself was not yet experienced. After all, based on Bing Ming's certification, only Chi Yong had the skills to enroll in the alchemy faculty. In the wilderness, over these few days, Ling Fong rose from the 7th level of expert to martial arts master, and also beat several of Mo Yinsong's students, very productively. But suddenly he was attacked, and Ling Fong did not understand where he came from. It was a very rare creature, the Chin Peng bird. Ling Fong began to study and get nervous because how dare she attack the martial artist. When Ling Fong attacked him, he missed. And he shouted to him that he didn't know how to fly, and if the bird wanted to figure it out, let him come down. But suddenly the fog fell and Ling Fong wondered if the bird could do something in the fog. After all, Ling Fong is ready to teach him a lesson. Using spiritual energy, Ling Fong dispelled the fog and aimed his sword at the bird's head. And he said if the bird obeys him, then he will not kill him. But suddenly she turned into a little chick. Ling Fong said that animals have a well-developed talent for pretending to be cute. In the future, Ling Fong will call him Shao Qing. The abilities of the Chin Peng bird are very enormous, but if you take good care of him, then who knows where the limit of these abilities will be. If he encounters an enemy that Ling Fong cannot defeat, he can always fly away on it. Ling Fong asked Shao Qing if there are any special places in this area. Places for training. He needs to organize an expedition. Who would have thought? Ling Fong said that a bird of the level of a martial artist is so submissive, but looks incredibly dangerous. Arriving at the cave, Ling Fong said that the atmosphere of the underworld is not a simple forbidden zone, but he should go there. Telling Shao Qing that he will go to a dangerous cave. Let him be here and not go anywhere, let him wait for him. But suddenly someone also entered this cave and asked Ling Fong, also a student of Lina Academy. The restricted area is incredibly dangerous and you should not go there. It was Linu Academy student Doug Yu. Ling Fong told her that he was very grateful for the warning. Ling Fong remembered that he met her on the Academy's territory, but forgot her name. Doug said that they are preparing, there is a warrior spirit inside, whose weapons are incredibly deadly. There is also an incredibly dangerous beast that has killed countless brave souls. And Ling Fong is still young, don't let him do anything stupid. Ling Fong decided to deceive her and said that he was leaving. And the satisfied Doug was glad that what was happening along this path, otherwise the boy would have had problems. Ling Fong hid behind a stone and watched until Doug left. And he realized that there was something valuable inside, so that he could not help but go there. Going inside, Ling Fong said that it was very unusual inside. And it looks like Sister Doug wasn't lying, a lot of people really died here. But the further he goes, the more he feels the atmosphere of death. It looks like a scary beast is somewhere nearby. Having crossed the line, Ling Fong realized that he had crossed a broken border. This was the trait of a mixture of a dragon and a Leo. Ling Fong saw an incredibly dangerous beast that was capable of instilling fear in all living things. Ling Fong said that the beast has no intelligence, but it is incredibly merciless and angry, and the guy cannot escape. And Ling Fong decided to fight him and find out who is more dangerous. After carrying out several attacks and expended strength, Ling Fong realized that this beast had a unique technique. But the dragon responded with an attack and hit Ling Fong. Lying on the ground, the guy said that they say the power of fire is incredibly huge. Once it flares up, it is almost unstoppable. And Ling Fong's entire body is now on fire and it's unbearable for him. The guy said that the dragon's body is invulnerable, so he needs to change his attack. It is useless to attack him with the fire-breathing dragon sword. Ling Fong felt that his entire body was already on fire. And he decided to try his most powerful blow. Having launched this attack on the dragon, Ling Fong was surprised that one blow was enough to defeat the beast. But suddenly he noticed that his hand was burning, and it seemed that the fire had penetrated inside his body. Ling Fong realized that fire was much more difficult to deal with than beasts. And it takes a long time to get rid of the fire. Ling Fong said that it is very dangerous to be in one place, and the deeper the cave, the more dangerous the beasts. And he cannot stay here for long, he needs to find the treasure, take it and leave. As he walked up the stairs, Ling Fong began to feel something. And the treasure that this dragon lion was guarding must be here somewhere. But suddenly he found some kind of sword. He was very old, he must have divine properties, thought Ling Fong. When he touched the sword, he fell apart. The appearance does not correspond to reality, and he also cut his finger, said Ling Fong. But suddenly something happened that Ling Fong himself did not expect. The sword fragments completely entered his hand. And he couldn't move her. But he saw how they began to spread through his veins, and now they would be throughout his entire body. Ling Fong said that his strength and body had no chance of dealing with these fragments at all. And his body is completely poisoned. After all, these fragments are very heavy, as if they were huge stones. Ling Fong can withstand 10 tons of external load, but it is difficult for him to cope with the load inside his body. And he got into a dead end. The weight of the fragments is 7.5 tons, and the process of destruction of Ling Fong's body is underway. Ling Fong realized that these shattering shards were truly incredible weapons, as if there was another being inside the body. It's no wonder this is a restricted area. First this fire, now the fragments, everything is incredibly deadly for a person. Ling Fong said that he could use his abilities to absorb it, then use the power of fire to suppress the impact on the fragments. And this is a very good solution. Ling Fong can't stand it anymore. And this is his last chance. See if he can survive, regardless of what difficulties he faces. He does not intend to give up one step. 5 days later, Ling Fong emerged from the cave. And Xiao Qin shouted, "Where are you?" While the bird was sleeping. Taking him in his arms, Ling Fong told Xiao Qing that he did not run away and deserved respect for him. Ling Fong told the birds that she had led him to an unusual forbidden area, allowing him to gain useful experience. And the guy decided to show the bird what he had learned. By killing the beast, he mastered this power. But that's not all. Ling Fong risked his life and underwent the tests of the fragments. And despite the fact that they are small in size, they are very powerful. But suddenly the bird screamed. Ling Fong realized that she was probably scared. And she gave her the pills he deserved. Ling Fong said that going back with her would attract too much attention. And he ordered her to stay in the wilderness, to train, and at the right time he would call her. The guy said he had to come back. And he doesn't even know what's going on with the alchemy faculty now. Lying on the hammock, Bing Min wondered when this bad boy would return. But suddenly she heard footsteps and the rock returned. But it wasn't him. The stranger told Bing Ming's sister that they had not seen each other for a long time. But apparently Bing Ming didn't like it and she asked Su Zi why he came. Su Zi said that after she left Yao Tsong without even saying goodbye, it made him miss her a lot. For a long time he did not know that she was at Linu Academy, and as soon as he found out, he immediately went here. Bing Ming said that she didn't think she was still remembered. And she told Su Tzu to fuck off. Su Zi told Bing Ming that there would be no girl as beautiful as her in this world. Bing Ming jumped out of the hammock and told him not to be impudent. After all, This is not Yao Tsang's territory and it is not decent to allow this. Su Tzu laughed and said, "Is it really possible to compare the small Lingyu Academy with the great and numerous Academy of Yao Tsang? He came to take her away from here. And no one will dare to stop him." But suddenly Bing Ming screamed and said that he was an idiot. But then the girls ran in and asked what happened. When he saw them, he said that the girls were very good. Especially the blonde one, whom he had never seen before. Bing Ming called his return nickname and told him to talk to her. And there is no point in flirting with little girls. But suddenly Su Tzu got angry and said how dare she shout at him, that she was very brave. And he decided to teach her a lesson by hitting her in the face. He said that they studied together with her, and there was nothing wrong with him hitting her. After all, he can hit every one of Yao Tsang's academy. The girls got angry and said he was a real creep. And don't even dare to think about hitting her again. Su Tzu got angry and called them two youngsters, and asked how they dared to call him a scumbag. And with just spanks, he hit two other girls. But then the dean came and asked who he was. And how dare he beat the students and teacher of the academy, Lena. He said something to Su Zi, the grandson of the influential academy elder Yao Tsang. And just that these girls spoke disrespectfully towards him, so he taught them a little lesson. The dean said that Yao Tsang's influence is very enormous, perhaps even greater than Ing Tsang's influence. The situation is very unpleasant. The girl said he was lying. At first he ordered Bing Ming to go to teacher, and after the refusal he got angry and raised his hand. Su Tzu got angry again and said that she was slandering. Make sure he doesn't kill her. But suddenly someone from behind said to kill him instead of the girls. It was Ling Fong who called him a Japanese idiot and asked how he dared to act like that when he came here. Ling Fong told the director that he had come to deal with this. The director said, after all, he was from Yartsun. Su Tzu asked who he was. After all, he didn't even see him. Ling Fong laughed and asked what was so special, or what. Ling Fong said something is a holy mountain monk. Su Tzu was surprised and did not believe that he was a monk of the holy mountain. After all, the holy mountain is one of the oldest and strongest academies. Every elder is not below the level of a great martial artist, and their level of wisdom is limitless. Su Zi said that he remembers his grandfather telling him that Ing Tsang and Yao Tsang look insignificant compared to the monks of the holy mountain. Ling Fong asked how a worthless follower of Yao Tsang dared to doubt him, but out of fear, Su Tzu said that he had no doubt. And usually he glares at other people, but now suddenly the boy glares at him. His self-confidence comes from within. It is very possible that he really is a monk of the holy mountain. Ling Fong said that he was a respected monk of the holy mountain, and Su Zi dared to touch the people dear to him. First, he hit his sister. And secondly, he hit his intern. Thirdly, the district hit his older brother's fiancée. Su Zi was frightened and realized that Bing Ming turned out to be his elder brother's fiancée. His elder brother is probably also a monk of the holy mountain. They will finish him off, and even his grandfather will not help him, he thought. Su Zi said that he wanted to apologize and make amends to these three girls by handing over the heaven-level pills. Su Zi realized that this guy was 100% a monk of the holy mountain because he acted so steadfastly. Ling Fong said that they didn't need his pills. He raised his hand to his loved ones, which pills can cover this. Ling Fong said that it would be like this. He would only need to take 3 hits from him, and today's event would be a thing of the past. Su Tzu asked only 3 strikes. He will be very happy to accept them. Ling Fong said that he apologizes in advance. Su Tzu said it's okay, he can start, because it was his mistake. He comes from Ing Tsang and doesn't want to have problems with the monks. Having struck the first blow, Su Tzu thought that he would survive, but that was not the case. Now he realizes that he is a monk of the holy mountain. Having dealt all 3 blows, Su Tzu could not stand it and, holding his butt, ran home to his place in Yaotsang. But in Su Zi's gaze, Ling Fong saw something alarming. It looked like he was harboring a grudge. Then he thought he couldn't let him go. Bing Ming walked up to Ling Fong and thanked him for what he did today. Ling Fong said that he did what he had to do. Bing Ming said that the difficult boy is getting better. After all, he dared to pose as a monk of the Holy Mountain to help her. While Su Zi said that he needed to recover a little, then trick Bing Ming out of Lingyu Academy to do whatever he wanted. Ideally revered Su Tzu. After all, no one will even notice. And no one knows what's in his head. However, now we still need to return to Yaozong to heal our wounds. Ling Fong said through his mask that he had finally caught up with his Su Zi. And it must be destroyed, right in the middle of nowhere. Ling Fong thought this plan was perfect since no one would even notice. And no one knows what's in his head. The guy looked around and saw that there were 3 more people ahead. Noticing a man in a mask, Su Tzu surprisingly asked, "How did he end up here?" Su Zi said this time they need to break into Linu Academy and finish off Ling Fong and his little beast. "And there is also one beautiful girl," Su Tzu said, "and she must be taken with you and brought to him." But suddenly on the way he met Ling Fong. And he said that he had discovered it. Ling Fong seemed to have fallen from heaven. Ling Fong said that he was a vile scoundrel who took 2 assistants to attack him. Waving his sword, Su Zi told Ling Fong to surrender, because he had no chance of escaping. Ling Fong said that the 3 of them were running headlong, it was a pity that they didn't know what he was up to. And finally the guy said that he had reached Su Tzu. "And time is running out, we need to start." "Did he really take assistance with him?" asked Ling Fong. "But he also has brothers," said Ling Fong. A while earlier, Ling Fong caught up with the boy who was Su and said that he was glad to meet him. "And I missed you to death." Ling Fong told Su that the evening is cool today. And he suggested that he put on his cape and not freeze. Su thanked him and said that the weather is really cold today, but he is not afraid because brother himself warms him. Ling Fong told him that he had work to do and should run. And when he comes to the academy, he should definitely find a director. Su said, "You won't understand this guy. But I don't care, I didn't mock him, and that's good." But a friend he met some guys on the way and asked who they were. The guys shouted to Su, who is Ling Fong's brother. And they heard everything. He also told him to return to Dinu Academy and find the director. Su said that they were mistaken and he is not Ling Fong's brother. Su realized that they were looking for Ling Fong, but mistook him for his brother. Were the guys asking wrong? Then how did his cloak end up on him? Su realized that Ling Fong had only given him the cloak to lure them. The guys asked, "His name is Su." Su realized that his affairs were bad, and said that Ling Fong was just a deceiver and died. Wu Yu said that he finished off his brother, and now he is going to kill him. But suddenly a strong wind blew and the guys looked up and saw a large creature. Wu Yu asked what level of bird this is. He had never seen anything like this before, said Wu Yu. The next morning, news arrived at Linu Academy that Su Zi and Wu Yu had been killed in the wilderness. The director said that Su Zi died at the hands of Wu Yu. And Wu Yu was killed by some huge bird of prey. Bing Ming resinous Ling Fong, did he hear that Su Zi died? Ling Fong said that Yudo was simply terrible, they say that on the way home he was killed by Wu Yu. Bing Ming said that it turns out that Ing Tsong's disciple killed Su Zi, and he was killed by some bird of prey. Is this really possible? She asked. Ling Fong said that this place is far from here, so it is quite possible to meet some kind of bird of prey. Bing Ming realized that it really wasn't Ling Fong's hands, so that's good. Let In Tsong and Cho Tsong sort things out among themselves. Ling Fong said that of course it was not him. This has nothing to do with them at all. Ling Fong was glad that no one saw through him. And no one knows what kind of bird of prey this is, and no one knows that he has such a bird. And now all the bad people are dead, no one will offend Bing Ming and her sister anymore, Ling Fong said. The martial arts competition between them and Mo Yutong is approaching. Since he has just broken through to the martial arts expert level, there is still a lot of work to be done. He needs to go away and practice, and he needs to become much stronger, said Ling Fong. 3 months later, Bing Ming's voice was heard again at Linu Academy. She asked again where Ling Fong was. Sister said that Ling Fong often went into the wilderness to train. But today it has been more than a month since he returned her. The trainee said that today there was already a competition between the Mo Yutsong Academy and the Linu Academy. Ling Fong probably forgot. The sister said that he would definitely not forget. Teacher Bing Ming said it would be better if he forgot, let him practice alchemy with her. He still has a long way to go to reach the hundreds of different types of heaven-level pills. The trainee said that Teacher Bing Ming is worried about Ling Fong not fighting with others. Bing Ming denied everything and said she wasn't worried. Mo Khan, the second strongest student at Linu Academy, asked why the draw hasn't started yet. Li Xiang said that all the teachers and students from both schools came, about 200 people. Not a bad buzz for a competition at 3 years old. Li De, the fourth strongest disciple, asked, are those three among Mo Yutong's disciples their most outstanding talents? Li Xiang said that they had been losing to Mo Yutong Academy for 10 years in a row, and it was no wonder they were so shy. Li De said that in the past 6 months, Linu Academy has won 2 other competitions. And this is all thanks to Ling Fong. Mo Khan said that weaklings like Ling Fong are the only ones who can participate in such competitions for everyone. The competition between the Linu and Mo Yetsong academies is still their business. Li Xiang said that Mo Yusong's followers are very threatening this time. What does Doug think about this? Doug Yu, the strongest student at Linu Academy, said that the opponents are strong, but they are not weak either. The dean said attention to everyone. They are looking forward to the start of the competition between their academies tomorrow. And now the dean said, he gives the floor to Elder Mo to tell you all about the rules of battle. Elder Mo said that their competition had 2 parts. Each part consists of 4 rounds. All competitions will last 7 days. 200 students, 16 stages, one-on-one battles. The winner is the one who wins all the battles. The judge told everyone to come up and draw lots. The visiting team would draw first. Hearing this, Mo Yetsong's disciple ran first. This was one of Mo Yusong's 4 best disciples, Ling Shui, and he would fight on the 7th site, the 5th battle. Mo Khan said that this impudent boy was just mocking them. However, his speed is really good, don't underestimate him. The next draw went to Long Hao, one of the 3 strongest students of Mo Yetsong, who will fight on the 13th site. Li Xiang said that the students look ordinary, they must be very talented, they should definitely not be underestimated. Dig said that it was said that Mo Yutong's 3 strongest disciples had long since reached the 8th level of martial arts masters, they must have already reached the 9th level. But the influence everyone shouted that brother Ling Fong was coming. Ling Fong asked the teacher why he was in such a hurry. After all, the main character always appears at the last moment. But suddenly he saw Bing Ming and said hi to her. Bing Ming responded by telling him how disgusting he was. He also remembers when to come back here. It would be better if he died there in his wilderness. Sister told teacher Bing Ming to just forgive him. He probably just got too carried away with cultivation, so he returned late. Ling Fong said at least his sister understands him. And she is progressing incredibly quickly, we haven't seen each other for just a month, but she has become much cooler. The student said that Lin Qin is now officially among the top students. And among the 7th level martial arts experts, she is ranked among the top 10 in fencing. Ling Fong said then she would have been among the top 20 to 30 participants in the competition. In other words, if she were lucky, it was likely that she would be among the top 16 students. The disciple asked brother Ling Fong, has his ability become much stronger now? Ling Fong said yes, they became more current and more powerful than ever. But suddenly someone shouted to Ling Fong, he turned around and saw Dong Shui. She is one of Mo Yutong's best students. Lost to him in a recent competition, now she looks much more powerful. Dong Shui said that she has come again. And she really wants to fight Ling Fong again and have a good fight. But suddenly someone took Ling Fong from behind, and he asked what Ling Fong Tian knew. This was another one of Mo Yutong's gifted students. Recently, when Ling Fong used the alias Lin Fong Tian, he beat him in the wilderness. However, his look is completely different, Ling Fong didn't even recognize him at first. And he told him that he didn't know such a thing. Mo Yusong's disciple Shui Ling said that she had a feeling that a student like Ling Fong would definitely appear in the competition between their academies. Ling Fong said this, the guy staring at him, thinks that he is not like an ordinary person. Mo Yetsong Academy is up to something, it is full of unusual students. Dong Shui, Wu Yu, and this third one. The 4 students of Linu academies are also high-level masters, and this will be a meeting of old enemies. The next day the dean said that he understood that everyone was worried, but please control yourself. Now the dean will declare the martial arts competition between the Linu and Mo Yutsong academies open. Ling Fong said that he would go to the 16th site. Sister, rest assured that he will win. The sister said that with the sword he won and gave her at that open competition, she was not afraid of anything at all. On the first platform, Mo Yutsong student John Ming came out against academy student Linu Lin Chin. John told the little girl not to be offended if it hurt. After all, he is still a level 5 martial arts expert. Having struck Lin Chin, John did not expect that she would so easily parry his blow. This is some unusual way of wielding a sword. Lin Chin said it was her turn and struck a lunar-level blow. John thought he would fight back, but he couldn't and dropped out. The alchemy student said that Ling Chin uses lunar-level techniques. She beat this 5th-level expert, of course he is no match for her. On the second court, Doug Oe won the 3rd fight. And in the 4th battle on the 14th court, Mo Kan won. While the Linu Academy student fought with one girl of Mo Yutsong, it was a very long time, his strength ran out, and he gave in. And what did the student ask now? So he immediately surrendered in battle with Li Xian. The beauty still admires him. The student said it perfectly. After all, the 4 best students at Linu Academy are still going strong. And Mo Yutsong's top 3 also win, Dong Shui and Long Yu win over and over again. Ling Fong told them to calm down and called them craftsmen. People like him don't lose in competitions. Ling Fong said that he came here to have fun. Bing Ming told him not to make a mistake, let him win for her sake, and go to the next round. What's the next round? Ling Fong asked. After all, he actually counts on victory, otherwise he would not have come. The students began to laugh because the alchemy student decided to win the left arts competition between Linu Academy and Mo Yutsong. This is a challenge for other students. Ling Fong said that it was said that his opponent's name was Wu Ming. Where is this baby? He asked. After all, the guy wants to start earlier and finish earlier. But suddenly a guy came up from behind and said that he was Wu Ming, and this was my opponent Ling Fong. He said that he would finish Ling Fong. Ling Fong was too arrogant. Mo Yutong's team was up to something, how could they lose concentration? Ling Fong said that out of respect for him, he would fight at full strength. Ling Fong defeated Wu Ming with 1 blow. And I was at a loss. But Ling Fong's second opponent, she said he didn't dare fight him. And he admits his defeat. Bing Ming told Ling Fong that it's very good, baby, he has already made it to the 4th round. Why aren't you happy? She asked. Ling Fong said it was the 3rd day of the competition and he didn't even break a sweat. Ling Fong shouted that he was waiting for a dangerous opponent to come along so that he could have some fun. This is initially the 4th stage. The final match on the 1st court. Participants are invited to the site. A student from Linu Academy, Lin Chin, and a student from Linu Academy, Mo Lan. Ling Chin said that luck was on her side as there had not been an opponent who had defeated her until now. Mo Lan said that Ling Chin not only became more beautiful, but also developed her abilities, and she is now a household name at the academy. Mo Lan has prepared a lot and taken pills, she can't help but defeat her. Lin Chin said that it would be very easy to defend against her attack. Just like that, simple and neat. Using a lion-level strike, Mo Lan said, although she has not mastered this technique sufficiently, it will be enough to kill her. Lin Nim told Mo Lan's sister that she had already been injured and needed to admit defeat. Mo Lan admitted defeat. After all, before Lin Nim was worthless and weak, but now she is more beautiful and stronger than her. Ling Fong said that he was very bored. And he doesn't know if the next opponent will be able to cheer him up. Mo Yutong's disciple Ling Chen told Ling Fong not to be too frivolous. After all, he came to finish him off. He said that he was one of the best students. And he comes 4th after their 3 best students. Ling Fong said to quickly start the fight, because his stick has been bored and eager for a fight for a long time. Leng Chen told Ling Fong that he was too confident. He will have to pay for his words. Leng Chen is a loudmouth, something of a 9th-level martial arts expert. And he starts to attack. And delivered a 5-stage yellow strike. Leng Chen missed due to Ling Feng's fast speed. And now he wants to use the yellow-level ferocious tiger strike. And then there will be a cutting blow. Ling Fong asked why he was doing all this. Unless he wants to hit his ass with a stick again. Ling Fong said that he was shocked. And this is called a retaliatory strike. Triple attack. And the guy said that he can also attack several times. But suddenly, Ling Fong used his exclusive move, ferocious stick. But after delivering several blows, he stopped and misfired. And he said that Leng Chen is the 4th among the disciples. Miss Bingming told Ling Fong that good job, as long as he doesn't disgrace the alchemy department. Ling Fong said that he had not yet had the opportunity to fully demonstrate his powers. The 15th site where the battle between two friends took place. Cheng Chong said that she was incredibly talented for being able to defeat him. After all, Cheng Chong did not give in to her, she has already surpassed him, continue in the same spirit and she will reach great heights, he said. After seeing the list, the students said that they should not be beaten by Mo Yutong this year. Before this, the difference in the level of participants was huge, some even reached this stage quite easily. Participants shouted that the table was unfair. After all, Lin Qin will fight with the incredibly strong Doug Yu. There will also be a fight between Long Shui and Ling Fong. Old rivals will fight again. That evening, Ling Fong said at the table that no matter what the opponent is, they should not be afraid, they need to eat and sleep. On the 4th day of the competition, Ling Fong said that the atmosphere here is better than the alchemy faculty. Bing Ming said that this is nonsense. It's just that as soon as he starts making pills, there are always explosions. Meanwhile, Ling Qin looked around and was surprised that everyone had gathered around so much. For her, this was a very huge pressure. The disciple told Lin Qin not to be afraid, and to do her best. Standing on top of each other, Lin Qin said that she was honored to fight Sister Doug in battle. While Doug told her to get ready, Bing Ming noticed that Ling Qin's sword could not withstand the blows. Unfortunately, the difference in strength is huge. Ling Fong said that it is very powerful, even being here he can feel it. I don't use any techniques, she is capable of delivering such powerful blows. But suddenly, after some time, Lin Qin felt that she could not cope and decided to give up. And Doug thanked her for the fight. Bing Ming said that she would take Ling Qing and go to rest, and let the two of them stay and do their business. The student said that Du Oz is one of the best, of course she would have won, without any options. Ling Fong said, however, that the sister made it into the top 16 participants is already an excellent result. The second fight included Song Tian from Mo Yutsong against Qing Gao from Linu Academy. Song Tian said that it's time to show Lin's real level to the academy. Qin Gao told him not to be so confident, because today he was going to trample one of Mo Yutong's top students. The student said that Qin Gao is from their academy and it looks like this fight will be intense. Ling Fong said no, and he thinks that it is a matter of a few seconds. While Qing Gao was eliminated, Song Chan was victorious in the fight. As Song Chan left, he said that the students of Linu Academy are weaklings. The student was surprised how quickly he won. One hit by a level 5 martial artist. She asked how did Ling Fong know about this. Ling Fong said that Song Tian was the first of Mo Yusong's disciples to compete in the playoffs. Of course he wants to instill fear in them. For the third playoff match, Li Sung from Linu Academy entered against Han Ren from Mo Yutsong. The student said that they say Han Ren is very powerful, it seems there will be a massacre here. But Ling Fong said that it would be quick again, while Li Xian prompted. The student asked Ling Fong how he determined this. Ling Fong said that a weakling in front of a truly strong opponent cannot do anything. The student thought that the next fight was between Mo Yutong students. Leng Shui versus Leng Yu. Leng Shui is very strong and must defeat Leng Yu with one blow. Watching this, Ling Fong said that Mo Yuzona is very calculating. Ling Shui had not yet been eliminated, but he had not shown his true power. The student told the boss that this guy is diligent. It is obvious that he is weaker than him, but then how can he compete with him? The guy told him to try. Bingming asked Ling Fong why he came so late. The guy said that his fight would be his last, so he decided to take a nap. Lin Qin said the fifth battle has already come to an end. Li Du defeated Dong Xing. And the student said that the sixth battle will now begin. This Shui Ling is not that scary, but let's see if he can fight Wang Qi. Wang Qi said that his strength was gone. And even if they don't beat him, he admits defeat in this battle. The student said this is a twist, just an unexpected outcome. While Ling Fong said that Shui Ling was much stronger, he was just playing for fun. Ling Fong thought for a moment and thought that Shui Ling was raising questions. And he is a very mysterious fighter. But suddenly someone shouted to Ling Fong. Turning around, Ling Fong said Mo Khan approached him through to go out to fight. Ling Fong asked if he remembered their agreement. Mo Khan told the guy to wait a little. Once he finishes Long Hao, he will definitely come for Ling Fong. Ling Fong told him to first let's see how he performs against Long Hao, and then we'll talk. The student said that strong opponents had finally gathered. The fight will be very interesting. In the end, who will win? Lin Qin said that she doesn't know either, and considers both of them to be very powerful. Bing Ming said yes. What do you think? Since both opponents are strong, then they have the same chances. The student asked Ling Fong if he knew who would win. Ling Fong said that he was not sure, because he had not seen Long Hao perform. Long Hao said that they say Mo Khan is in the top 4 in the second position. It is very curious how dangerous he is. Mo Khan told him to check. Long Hao said something to see, that they were not going to hide their abilities, and there would be a good fight. Mo Khan said, right now he's familiarizing himself with it. But before he could finish his words, Long Hao struck several blows and won. Ling Fong began to laugh, because Mo Khan still wanted to show him what a real master was. Bing Ming admitted that she was mistaken. Initially the chances were not the same. Ling Fong said that the atmosphere was heating up, the morale of Mo Yutong's followers had risen. The disciples said that the next battle is between Ling Fong and Dong Shui. Ling Fong said that no problem. He is going to finish him off. But your couples are considered the weakest in this part of the competition. No one expects to see anything interesting. Miss Bing Ming said that he is an alchemist and Dong Shui is not qualified enough. Naturally no one will be interested in you. After all, Ling Fong always used one stick, so not everyone clearly understands your maximum. Ling Fong said that this was too much. And he will show them. Dong Shui said that he had been waiting for this moment for a long time, and may Ling Fong not disappoint him. Ling Fong told her to relax because he would trample on his hopes. Dong Shui said the genius of stick fighting and does not use the shelf. Is everything okay? Ling Fong lost her temper and said that he shouldn't be called a stick fighting genius. As the battle began, Dong Shui shouted to Ling Fong that he was coming. After delivering several blows to Dong Shui, he said that it hurt. It turns out that Ling Fong is so powerful. Ling Fong said the ability to withstand this blow means that Dong Shui has also become stronger. Ling Fong said from Mo Yutsun's techniques are not at all creative. What kind of tiger blows, what cutting blows, he saw it all. Let's do something more interesting. Dong Shui said that he understood. And demonstrated a heavenly level technique. Chaotic rockfall. Seeing this, Ling Fong said it was beautiful. Previously there was only one rock, but now there are so many of them. The disciples said that because Ling Fong depended on using the stick, he was now suffering. Dong Shui said this is how it is. She tried her best and couldn't hurt him. Ling Fong, holding his hand on top, said that this technique was very strong. He almost began to resist. The disciples were surprised that almost nothing happened to Ling Fong, which was cool. Stick fighting genius, go ahead. After striking several times, Dong Shui lost her weapon. And Ling Fong dealt several powerful blows and Dong Shui, falling, said that history was repeating itself again. Ling Fong said that Dong Shui is very good, but unfortunately she lost again today. Bing Ming said that Ling Fong will not speak, but his body is more honest. Didn't he grab a stick like a little one? Dong Shui said that she is not really upset, Ling Fong is getting stronger and stronger. Ling Fong said that Dong Shui's progress is also noticeable, she is one of Mo Yutsong's best talents. Ling Fong handed her stick. Dong Shui said that the genius of stick fighting can be without a stick. And he told him to take her with him to the next battle. The participants discussed that Linu Academy did a good job this year to have their students in the top 8. Du Oe said that he didn't seem like someone who would underestimate his opponent, unlike Mo Tsong. A student at Mo Yutsong's academy said that it would be much easier for him now, because his opponent was an alchemist. It looks like he is a third-level martial artist, this is not scary for him. The guy said that Ling Fong is incredibly young, and in addition to his gift in alchemy, he also has a fairly high level of martial arts, this speaks of his great talent. The guy said that they should never underestimate him, because then we'll make a mistake and lose. The first battle of the quarter-finals. Du Oe vs Su Tian. Song Tian said that today they will see who is more dangerous, she or his knife. Having struck with 9 levels of fire, he mostly missed and decided that it was no good. After all, it only spoils the knife more. Du Oe got tired of all this and decided to take everything into her own hands and used a heavenly level technique. Supersonic attack. Su Tian said that the heaven level technique is simply terrifying, but his 2 blades are not so hopeless. And he decided to show his most powerful blow. But in this battle, Du Yu was much stronger than him and he lost. The judge announced that Du Yu would advance to the semi-finals. Analyzing the fight, Ling Fong said that Du Yu is very capable and strong, it's not for nothing that she is the first. Mo Yutong's academy student said that he didn't think Du Yu was that strong, telling his partner not to lose. Leng Shui said that everything was under control, because second place in the competition had already been reserved for him. Second fight of the quarterfinals. Li Xian vs Leng Shui. Ling Xian told her opponent that she had come to defeat him. Leng Shui called her baby and said that he hoped that he was at least a little dangerous and would not be destroyed like Mo Khan. Lin Fong watched the blow and said that it was cool. The area is large enough, Leng Shui will need to defend himself. Li Xian was surprised that Leng Shui didn't even dodge her blows. Leng Shui said that she would not catch him. If I could catch him, I would have won long ago. Ling Fong, analyzing the battle, said that Li Xian works well at a further distance, but close combat is her weak point. Li Xian said that Leng Shui is definitely crazy. Do not defend yourself and seek your death during the battle. Li Xian said that she wanted to see what he could do. Come on, take the arrow. And she attacked with a killing arrow. But suddenly a bright light flashed and no one saw anything. But suddenly Leng Shui came out of the smoke and said that she was caught. Leng Shui said that they were both level 9 martial artists. He still can't understand how he didn't win so quickly. Ling Fong said that this method of fighting was doomed to fail. And it seems that he is ready to give up personal gain in the name of his academy. The disciple asked Leng Shui, is he too injured? Leng said, compared to Li Xiang's wounds, this is nothing. In the next round, he would fight Du Yu to the death. After delivering the blow, Du Yu said that they say that this technique is one of the most popular in the circles of the Linu Academy, indeed one of the best. Luckily his punches are no worse. The guy said he is a level 9 martial artist and uses these types of strikes. That means he is unusual. The student laughed and said stop praising him. He broke through to this stage only through luck. The guy said that he still wouldn't underestimate him and would fight with his full strength. He said, as the student had already noticed, he is the strongest student at Linu Academy. He is not a 9th level martial artist, but already an aspiring martial arts expert. Shui Ling laughed and said that the martial arts expert was very dangerous and he could not defeat him with his own strength. Du decided to strike Shui Ling with his strongest blow, the Ursa major move. But he unexpectedly missed and didn't understand what happened. Shui Ling said that's the problem. Because of the battle with him, he will have to show all his abilities. Du was surprised and asked, is he also an expert? It turns out that he is the strongest student at Mo Yutsong's academy. After seeing Shui Ling fight, Ling Fong realized that the guy's abilities exceeded his abilities. Di decided that he only had his last chance to take the pill. And he shouted, "Give him strength." When Shui Ling saw this, he was really planning to break through to one level above martial arts right here and now. Transforming into a monster, D said that he had been waiting for this moment to shock Mo Yutong Academy. Shui Ling said that it looked dangerous, and his techniques now look insufficient for him. But suddenly D launched a crushing attack on Shui Ling. But Shui Ling also managed to launch a counter-attack. D asked, "Is this a heaven-level technique?" Shui Ling said it right. "This is a heaven-level death spear." D said he needed more power, but he has run out of energy from the pill, and now it is very difficult for him to fight it. But D lost. Shui Ling said, due to his lack of experience and knowledge, he could not control high-level power, so he would have lost anyway. The guys were so scared that they said Shui Ling was so dangerous. "Is there anyone who can defeat him?" Li Xian said that out of the top 4, only the girl moved on. "Now we can only hope that Ling Fong will defeat Long Hao." The girl said that Li Du tried very hard. In fact, she is also not at all sure that she can defeat Shui Ling. Mo Kan prayed that Long Hao should win. If he lost to Ling Fong, then that would mean that he would also lose to him. Ling Fong told Long Hao to say how he wanted to be beaten, but in response he received words not to be so talkative, because he was just some kind of alchemist. Long Hao said that Mo Kan couldn't withstand his triple strike, but could he withstand it? After unleashing a flurry of blows, Long Hao realized that Ling Fong was capable of withstanding his devastating hail of blows, and he decided to move on to heavenly level techniques. Ling Fong laughed and said that he didn't care what techniques he showed, and he asked if he would show anything else or not. Long Hao said it was time to take out the weapon, and he would make Ling Fong see the terrifying power of a level 9 martial artist. Ling Fong said that he would make Long Hao see the terrifying power of the stick-fighting genius. After striking, Long Hao asked what was the limit of Ling Fong's abilities. Ling Fong said that it seemed like the martial artist had something that he couldn't easily defend against. But what Ling Fong actually said, he is a 5th-level martial artist. But this did not frighten Long Hao, and said that he was 4 steps higher than him. Ling Fong said that he had already broken through the level of martial arts expert in independent practice, so his foundation was better than ordinary people. In addition, his hardened body is capable of covering a difference of 4 stages. Having struck, Long Hao lay on the ground and could not leave this boy to pass the finals. But Ling Fong told him to get up, because the battle was not over yet. Long Hao told Ling Fong that he must lose today, because he's almost a martial arts expert. After landing the blow, Ling Fong realized that he needed to change his attack, because his technique was not enough to crush Long Hao. Ling Fong asked Long Hao what his trump card was. If so, then Ling Fong is very disappointed, and he decided to introduce him to one of his methods of spiritual practice. Ling Fong laughed and said that he was almost an expert, but not that tough. Long Hao said spiritual practice techniques are very dangerous. Long Hao lowered his weapon and said that he had lost, and with tears in his eyes, he admits defeat. But suddenly the guy from Mo Yutong said that this technique that Ling Fong used, he saw it in the wilderness. So this is him, the same person that the guy from the Mo Yutsong Academy is looking for. Ling Fong said it right. He is the same Ling Fong Tian. The guys saw this and said that it turns out that this same mysterious teaching is a genius in stick fighting. Now he has defeated Long Hao and advanced to the semi-finals. Ling Fong is simply incredibly cool. The guy from Mo Yutsong's academy said that Ling Fong is their common enemy, but unfortunately, he is becoming stronger and more dangerous. Bing Ming said damn boy, quietly becoming incredibly strong in martial arts. Lin Nim said that she didn't even think that Ling Fong was already a level 5 martial artist. Shui Ling said that everyone has finally begun to show their power. I hope this is not all Ling Fong can do, otherwise he will be disappointed. On the 7th day of the competition, the elder said that today was the last day of the competition between the academies. 2 semi-final battles would take place in the first half of the day. The dean said the 2 winners will have a final battle in the afternoon, then the winner will be revealed. The semi-final is declared open. First semi-final match. Du Yu vs Leng Shui. Leng Shui thought that Du Yu and Li Xiang were good at long-range attacks, All he can do is use melee combat, delivering several powerful attacks. Do you ask, and will he stop at quiet blows? If this is so, then he definitely lost. Ling Shui asked if Du could stop his strike. And a deadly hail of swords struck with a powerful blow. But Du struck back, and Ling Shui said that this was tougher than his technique. But my sister is still dangerous. And Ling Shui decided that he, too, was using one of the most dangerous techniques. Ling Shui told the girl that she had better defend herself well, otherwise she would not escape being spawned. While performing several attacks, Ling Shui said that this incredible power was destroying his body. After the battle with Li Sung, he did not fully recover. Now it is more difficult for him. However, he cannot lose, he must win. Taking the sword, he shouted for her to let him plunge the sword into her. With each attack he became weaker and weaker, and at the right moment he was only able to take one step to win. Incredible power. Still, he still lacked one step. This one step is actually so difficult. Ling Shui told his sister that he admits his loss. And they have the first finalist, and this is Du. The fans shouted that Du was simply incredible. She didn't take a single step and defeated Ling Shui. And this is the first finalist, a student from Linu Academy. But in this battle, Du lost a lot of strength and fell to her knees. By this time, Ling Fong had approached her and given her a recovery pill. Du smiled sweetly, but her enormous strength was still visible in her eyes. And taking the pill, she thanked him. Ling Hao said that Du is injured, she will not have time to recover in a short period of time. Ling Shui is great. Shui Ling said that he wanted Ling Fong to demonstrate the technique that defeated Ling Hao. When the battle began, both opponents flew at each other with various attacks, but they were so strong that they were not inferior to each other. Shui Ling said that Ling Feng's strikes are strong, but these strikes from a level 5 martial artist are still far from his level. After all, he is almost an expert. Ling Fong said that he was using a barrage of punches. It was indeed much stronger than what Long Hao used. In this series of blows, Ling Fong realized that he was less successful. A strong body was not enough. He needs to demonstrate everything he has learned. Hit with all your might. After striking Shui Ling, Ling Fong said it was his 7.5-ton strike. He doesn't know if Shui Ling is able to continue the fight. The crippled Shui Ling said that he appreciated Ling Feng's abilities, but it was time to leave the warm-up battles. Lin Qin said that Ling Fong is only a 5th-level master, but he is able to fight with someone who is about to become an expert in martial arts. But suddenly, after delivering several blows, Ling Fong felt that his stick was breaking and was very surprised by this. Shui Ling laughed and asked how Ling Fong would be without his stick. Ling Fong said that he has a way out. And now they will both be without weapons. And with the help of his laser finger, he smashed his weapon. But Shui Ling, a friend, somehow hit him with a stick, pulled out another tip and asked who said that he would not have a weapon. Shui Ling shouted that his last moment had definitely come. Ling said that he also uses new techniques then. After striking, Ling Fong said that Shui Ling had lost. Shui Ling said that he couldn't help but admit that he had lost this fight. But now he is moving to the next stage, and from now on he is not suitable for Ling Fong as a rival. Having said that Ling Fong can be proud, Shui Ling will use all his power to destroy him. Shui Ling said that he is now a martial arts expert. But this did not frighten or surprise Ling Fong, because every second martial arts expert. Where did Ling Fong ask for such self-confidence? And releasing a piercing blade technique attack. Having dealt a strong blow to his defense with a weight of 7.5 tons, Ling Fong was thrown back. Ling Fong said that he was carried away. It's good that his body was strong enough, otherwise he would have only lost. Standing up, Ling Fong said that Shui Ling's attacks were very dangerous, because he was even able to repel his attacks. But he said that the individual had one more spiritual technique, and if Shui Ling resisted after that, then Ling Fong would definitely lose. Taking all the power of Lingyu Academy and spiritual sources, Ling Fong used the spiritual technique, flame language.